See how that works? Well, wait a minute, 48 hours since we said, maybe longer? I took it, but I just got it back from the shop. Fam, stop. I miss you. I really did, man. Yesterday was a problem, and I couldn't get back in. I said, oh, my gosh. Oh, by the way, if you are indeed a guy who pays attention to the horses, 2019 Kentucky Derby, Country House at 65-1 wins after Maximum Security, whose lever lost, is disqualified for interference. I mentioned that, but Michael Rhodes, Michael Rhodes been going back and forth as far as Cleveland Farrell and who should have been picked up first in the fight. Michael points it out. So did you bet on the Kentucky Derby? Of course I did. I knew what was going to happen, and I won money on Country House. I'd be mad as hell if I would have bet. Everybody betted on Maximum Security. Oh, now let's get to football. Hey. Headlines. Oh, by the way, let me shout out to Miss Mapu and also Jersey Joe's auntie, Miss Stitz. All right. How you doing, ladies? Well, you guys are so sick. Oh, Jersey, I'm going to get you for that. Justin, man. I said, now I got punished. Something flew in my eye. Robbie Gould is selling the headlines. Robbie Gould selling his Robbie Gould. His name is Gould. Robbie Gould selling his Illinois home. Anthony Davis has filed for reinstatement into the NFL. And John Lynch did nice riff with Kyle Shanahan. And rookie camp is open for business. Fam. And let's get right to the top. Between the time the news first broke on the word that Robbie Gould was selling his Illinois home, that info may have sent a false signal that he has had a change of heart, right, about moving west. Selling his house, he's coming to move to Cali. Come on, Rob. Come on, Robbie. Come on. No. Seems more likely that Gould is buying a different house in the Chicago area. The selling of Gold Manor was something to not read into. And in light of the fact that the Bears had tryouts of the day, I think somebody said they had somewhere in excess of 6 to 8 kickers in camp, and only 2 of them could actually get it between the uprights. So Robbie's sitting there thinking, let me go, Niners, please. I just want to go home. God, Robbie. It's been a strange couple of weeks for the 49ers with Robbie Gould. First, Gould is franchised, and the 49ers try to work out an extension. Then he requests a trade. Coach Shanahan is now admitting the 49ers get this star kicker for 1 more year. We need to get as much as we can out of Robbie this year and be looking for another kicker for next year. This all stems from Gould wanting to be with his family located in Chicago. In any case, he's not going anywhere for 1 more year if he can just tolerate being a 49er for 1 more year. Robbie, God, man. Took you in when nobody else would. Chicago kicked you to the curb. The Giants put you out. We gave you a home. And what do? I got home. God. See, I used to like him, too. Oh, and per Pro Football Talk, they received a copy of AD's reinstatement request letter. And a portion of it reads, and you may have already checked this out, I'm in disbelief of it too. On January 24, 2019, I read articles by, this is of course, AD, his note. I read articles by 3 different sources pertaining to there being a significant decrease in concussions in the NFL, down by 29% in the 2018 season. Excited to see that the changes you and your staff have made to the rules and the allowance of safer equipment to be worn has had a positive effect. I confided with my family, and on January 28, 2019, I made the decision that I'd love to play in the NFL again. AD is now 29 years old, and are you interested in bringing Anthony Davis back? We've been crying. People still think we got the worst offensive line in the NFL for reasons I don't know, but some people do. Now, if you feel the same way, do you think that Anthony Davis should be brought back in? That's one of the things we want to touch upon tonight. And by the way, we've heard from Kyle Shanahan about the Bleacher Report article that he and Kyle Shanahan are at odds. Ooh, I tell you, boy, some people, the media has nothing else to do. Get some static mess. Let's get something going over in Santa Clara. They're having way too much fun and too much smiles. So what do? They put out a rumor that Kyle and John are out there fighting right in the middle of the field. I mean, drop kicking each other, body slams, everything else. Seems Lynch has something to say about Matt Miller's fake news as well. As Kyle's already told you how he felt about it last week, I won't repeat it. Lynch has also denied there are any issues atop the 49ers organization during a radio interview on 95.7 The Game. And Lynch is quoted saying, "The notion we're not working together couldn't be further from the truth. We have a tremendous working relationship. We're great friends off field. There's a lot of trust. We came into this together knowing where there'd be tough times and it wouldn't be easy, but it would be worth it. I can tell Niner fans that, hey, we're as strong as ever and there's a lot of trust and faith. I feel so great for this organization that they have Kyle Shanahan, a tremendous leader, tremendous mind." Unquote. Do you believe Lynch and Shanahan are fine, or are they lying for reasons unknown? Did Matt Miller gather a misunderstanding of some kind, or do you think there may be really trouble in paradise? Oh, it's fun to be a 49er fan. There's so much more involved than just getting out there and winning and losing games. Thank you, Matt Miller. By the way, if I went to Matt Miller's page, now I would Google up Matt Miller, and it says Matt Miller, and it says this page does not exist. Learn more. Did Matt have to take his stuff down because he got attacked by 49er fans at a rampage? Great. I have a feeling that's exactly what took place. And hey, let's get to the rookie training camp real quick before we go to the phones. 49ers held a non-padded workout Friday to open their rookie minicamp. Some of the on-field observations. It was a 90-minute workout. I've been looking for news on today, but I guess he just had a classroom situation probably. Defensive end Nick Bosa, the 49ers' number 2 overall draft pick, did not take part in the 11-on-11 work as the team wants to ease him back into football shape. The thing that stood out in individual and one-on-one drills is his technical side, of course. That's what Nick does, including his hand use. But, if somebody pointed this out the other day, I couldn't stop laughing. I said, the 49ers tackled Justin Skule. Is that the right way to pronounce his name? He was a 6th-round pick, more than held his own against Bosa when they were matched up. Somebody told me Skule did a number on Bosa during a collegiate confrontation. Listen, Nick's not going to win every last battle. I don't know that there's a pass rusher in the NFL that wins every last battle. So a lot of people are taking that as measure. He's no good. He's a bust. There's guys that actually handle. You figure you look at Von Miller. Who owns Von Miller? Trent Brown. Then you look at Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack wants nothing more to do with the 49ers. After he could not deal with Mike McGlinchey, he switched sides, and Joe Staley said, ain't no point coming over here, and Joe dropped his butt to the dirt. That's Khalil Mack. They got to, how many times did Khalil get to I think he got to Nick one time the whole night, see? So there are going to be times when edge rushers lose. It's not a big deal. If they're losing all the time, it's a big deal. If they're winning the bigger percentage of the time, you got to appreciate that. Second round, and that's why the 49ers picked up Skule, by the way. He said, you can handle Nick. You can handle anybody. Get on in here, dude. Second round pick, Deebo Samuel routinely got open quickly and made catches in one-on-one drills against the coverage of 7th round pick Tim Harris. In a team drill, Samuel made a nice fingertip catch of a pass from Leighton Rabb, a tryout quarterback from Midwestern State. Ooh, I so wish we could see this or televise it. Samuel and Malik Henry field a bunch from Mitch Wisnowski. Mitch! Samuel struggled with the wind in the practice field, muffing a couple of the kicks. Oh! Gave excuse, though. They said it was windy out there, so okay. UCLA quarterback Wilton Spite looks the part. He's 6'5", and 5'8". Man, that dude is tall, man. Spite has an NFL body, and the ball comes out of his hand nicely, as described. His final 2 years of college were interrupted due to injuries, including a cracked vertebrae in his back in the 2017 season while playing for Jim Harbaugh in Michigan State. Shane Day, the 49ers quarterback coach, worked him out in SoCal and remained in contact throughout the draft process. And Spade chose to sign with the 49ers over the LA Rams. I like him already just for that. And the Tampa Bay Bucks. Undrafted 6'5" receiver, Sean Poindexter. This is the guy I was telling you about, man. Toby, man. Booker T pointed him out, and I went and checked him out and said, oh. Dude had a day, man, against the rest of the rookies, man. He stood out one-on-one drills. He got deep twice to haul in a deep pass from Spate. Created good separation on a variety of routes. He dropped one pass on a day, and that was on a slant when he did not turn to look for the ball quick enough. All right. Tight end Tyree Mayfield made a one-handed catch of a high pass from Rab against the coverage of tryout linebacker Kettner Cup of Eastern Washington. Mayfield, who took a pre-draft visit to meet with the 49ers, was one of 10 undrafted rookies to sign with the club this past Friday. Linebacker Hayes Pullett of USC came up with an INT of a pass from Spade. Of course, Hayes says, I play against this dude all the time, man. Don't put him out here, man. I'll burn him up. He did, too. 49ers added another young dual-threat runner to the growing list of running backs today as well. The team signed rookie running back and slot receiver Austin Walker after he had a positive rookie minicamp tryout. Walter played 4 seasons as running back, wide receiver, and kick returner for Rice University and earned All-Conference USA honorable mention honors in both 2017 and 2018. Walter didn't receive an invitation to the 2019 NFL Scouting Combine, but he did attend the 2019 NFL Regional Combine Invitational in Kansas City, where he ran an impressive 4.49, second 40-yard dash. Walter totaled 1,089 yards from scrimmage, 6 total scores in 2018, including over 500 yards both on the ground and through the air. He also averaged 27.3 yards over 18 kick returns. Walker's versatility is likely the reason why he is signing, as each of the 49ers' top running backs, Jerick McKinnon, Matty B., Tevin Coleman, are dangerous receivers as well as runners. West Coast! Oh, my God! Walsh is probably, if Walsh was debating against the 49ers, Walsh is sitting up now in his heavenly seat, looking down there. Oh, I see what you're doing there. All those guys have capability to catch the ball, do they? Pretty good runners? Okay. You got my attention now. He pulls his popcorn over. With the recent draft addition of wide receivers, like I say, Deebo Samuel, another guy catch and YAC your butt to death. Jalen Hurd got running back talents. He's a wide receiver, 6'5", along with the free agent signing of wideout Jordan Matthews, long slot receiver. Walter will have his work cut out for him, boy. I tell you, good luck, Austin Walker. 49ers will be conducting tryouts for 40 UDFAs over the course of this weekend, as you probably already know. How many of those dreams will come true? Boy, it's going to be a hard road to hoe this year. 49ers are just, whoo, man. Hey, fam, one more thing before we get started. We got a new feature, a new avenue for you to reach out if you want to talk 49ers football, and sometimes our lines get a little crowded and you don't want to call in or we run out of time or something like that. What we've done is you go to the Ronbo Sports app, you'll see submissions. And, of course, you'll get options there. It'll say video. Let me make sure I give you, when you see it, when you do see it, you'll see it. All right, you go to the menu, all right, Ronbo Sports app menu, hit submissions, and then what will pop up is, if it will pop up, you'll see post a picture, and then you'll see post a video, post your text. Now, what you can do is this, and this is all an idea from Jerry Fresh. What's up, Jerry? Love the idea. Go to the app, hit submissions. You'll see a choice of post a picture, post a video, post your text. Go ahead and post a video. Now, Jerry was saying now, some people may be a little shy, so they might just want to drop an audio. What you might want to do is just maybe set your hat in front of your cam, and if you got earphones, just point that in so you know all the sound goes in very solidly into your phone, and take a picture, point it to your favorite photo of whomever, and then say what you got to say. If you have something you want to say to us, and we'll air it right here during the program. Yeah! We don't want to leave you out. You know. Say, let me. Is Jerry's? We got Jerry queued up. Man, it's fine. Let's see if we can get him up here. Jerry did a great demo, and he'll give you an example as to how to go about conducting that.
I'm excited.
Right? So
about
Jerry, fresh Jerry again. I want to thank you, fam.
2020 NFL season for the San Francisco 49ers. Jerry Fresh here, man, just checking in, dude. I'm so excited after the draft. I tell you what, when you give fans a choice of who they want in the draft, of course you're going to have a split down the middle. Half of us wanted Quinnen Williams, the other half wanted Nick Bosa, who we got. And I have to admit, I wanted Quinnen Williams. But after getting Nick Bosa, studying some film, seeing what he can do, I am excited about our defensive line and our defense as a whole. A lot of people understand that a good pass rush creates opportunities for everyone else in our secondary. Even our linebackers get a chance to make some plays on the ball. So I'm excited for what the 49ers are doing. This year is our year. Jimmy G's going to stay healthy. We have a plethora of running backs in the backfield. We have wide receivers to experiment with. We have a good team going. Ronbo, I'm excited. Go 49ers and keep doing what you're doing. Thanks, Ronbo.
Jerry, I love the idea, bro. There you go. Ronbo Sports app. Submissions. Click. Your options will come up. Post a picture. Post a video. You'll post a video. And any way you want to. Let's just say if you don't want to show yourself, you can put it whatever. You just point your camera at something else and say what you got to say. Some people are shy. I understand that. Everybody's not a sickie, psycho, exhibitionist like myself. But if you are, shoot, you're so welcome. Let me go ahead and check out. Hey, Pete Corbin, May the 4th be with you. Ooh, by the way. Oh, no, I'm a day ahead. I'll wait till tomorrow. May the 4th be with you. I meant to catch that this year. I miss out on this. Oh, God, I wish I had said that. Salvador Brabisca. Anthony Davis is just going to get his feelings hurt. Well, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I think Anthony's broke, okay? Basically, I think his problem is he ain't got no money. All of a sudden, he says, baby, I got to go back and play some football. Oh, you sure you want to be out of it? Yeah, I got to do it. Because I can't live in no mansion like this and got no money. Local 49ers fan, let's get ready to rumble! What's up, local 49ers fan? Jay Anderson, what's up? Ramont Watson. Debo going to be taking people's lunch money. Believe me, the next Antonio Brown. You know, Antonio's not physical. Antonio's finesse and speed. We gotta look at Debo more as a Quan. You know, a Quan or actually Garcon. Debo's a tough guy. You gotta see that video footage of him dealing with people, man. It's funny. I mean, what's the Rock Yacine. That video with him and Rock Yacine ain't nobody's chump. He ain't nobody's pushover. Debo is dealing with Rock. I said, ooh, that dude. Talking Man 78. What's up, my Niner faithful? Niners Empire brothers and sisters. I'll miss y'all and miss Ronbo Sports. Just got back from magazine. Talking Man. Good to have you back, fam. Gibster, did y'all see Poindexter and Cap? Dude makes Jalen Hurd looks. Get out. You know, I didn't see them together, though. Well, of course, they don't go to the same school. We got a lot of tall dudes now, don't we? Remember the days we could, man, we ain't got all we got is these midgets running around here. Now we got a house full. Man, it just when it rains, it pours, don't it? What the? Jack Delmark Jr., what's up, Robo? What's new today in the NFL workouts, man? I just ran that down a few minutes ago. We talked more about that. Hey, let's go to 408 Campbell, California. What's up? Campbell. Hello, Campbell. Yes. Hello.
Robo?
Yeah, who is this?
Hey, this is the housing.
Wait, this is the who?
The housing.
The housing?
This is my.
You know, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure I get your name right. Wait, how do you spell that? The what?
The housing. Hausen.
H-A-U. The housing. H-A-U. H-A-U-S-U-N.
Yeah. S-E-N.
Housing. Austin, come on in, man. What's up?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Not much. I was looking up on the 49ers mini camp. I heard Debo was showing off some stuff. He
Oh,
looked
man.
pretty impressive.
Rookies couldn't. The rest of those rookies are just not in his class. He needs to hurry up and get into regular camp. He's ready to go. He's not playing. He's not fooling around. Give him some competition right now.
Well, what's funny about him is he's like literally shaped as a running back, and like I remember Grant Cohen. I was listening to him on Twitter earlier today, and he was saying like he looks exactly like a running back, but he's a receiver. And then Jalen Hurd, up to this point, has been a running back, but he like is like shaped as a perfect receiver. I just think that's funny.
Oh, that's great. I mean, we got every shape and size out there, Housen. Every shape and size out there. Jimmy G's going to look around and laugh at all his targets. Every last one of them capable of making catches. Every last one of them capable of doing things after they get the ball. It's a nice world right now, Housen. Nice.
Oh, Kyle Shannon's going to be going crazy.
Oh,
I'm really excited to see what he's doing with his new weapons.
God.
Especially with Jerick McKinnon coming back, it just adds a total new dimension to the.
And
game,
Tevin.
And Tevin, oh my.
And Jordan Matthews works on the slide. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, he'll be able to definitely use him. Yeah, I was reading up on Twitter recently about people wanting to cut Matt Breida, and like we have so many running backs. No. I just think that's a joke because Matt Breida was like, if he stays healthy, he can play Ronbo.
You're preaching to the choir because I love Matty B. I had no idea. I knew he was pretty good, but last year I realized he's got elite potential. The way that 49er offensive line moves people and he reads between – he made – the offensive line last year that everybody complains about, they made Breida look awesome on several plays. They made – talk about looking awesome. How many times – Raheem Mostert, that touchdown he took all the way from scrimmage. Man, we got running backs. We got them. And
I wasn't the thing about that was I wasn't very high on Mike McGlinchey up until that point. But when I saw him running up in front and blocking for Raheem Mostert on that one play, where it was like the swing play, and he ran that super long touchdown.
All the way down the field.
I knew from that point.
All the way down the field. What kind of condition is that maniac in? Dang.
It really reminded me of that one play with Joe Staley when he cut blocked for Alex Smith. I don't know why. It just reminded me because it was like a combination of just speed and just power. I think he's a great. But there's one other thing I wanted to say. How much time do we got?
We got a couple minutes. Yeah.
Okay, so I was there's on our defense. I think our defense is looking nice next year with the additions of D Ford and Nick Bosa and all that. But I think one thing I'm kind of scared about, but I don't know if a lot of other people have talked about it, is Quan Alexander, because we've seen his highlights and he can definitely play, but I just think I don't know. He looks really inconsistent to me, Ronbo. I don't know. He gets hurt a lot. I'm kind of scared about him.
Did he get hurt a lot?
Well, I'm looking at his stats. I looked at his stats and it looked like he only played one full season.
Yeah. How many? He's been in the year. He's been in the league 3 years.
3 or 4, I think. Yeah, I think 3.
Yeah. I don't know. His stats say he's pretty productive, though. We'll see. The reason the 49ers got him, and fortunately for the 49ers they got him, he's got the speed to close on some of the deal. We're going to have to deal with 2 guys in NFC West. You cannot be slow. Kyler Murray will kill you. That's the bottom line. If he gets away, he's gone. So that's why we've got to have linebackers that are quick, and he's got to think about getting to and he seems to know where the ball is going at all times. You already know about Russell Wilson. He's become a living legend. So we're going to have guys that can move like Quan, which is the thing.
Yeah, that's true. We have a lot of speed and everything. I think Dre Greenlaw, I think with the addition of him, I think Malcolm Smith can kick rocks, because I'm sick of paying him all that money just for him to play like 3 games a year and then get hurt.
and wasn't doing anything while he was playing.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Malcolm.
Oh man, and I was so sad because I wanted to pair Roquan Smith up with Reuben Foster and Malcolm Smith, and once we lost Reuben Foster, and then we didn't get Roquan Smith, and then Malcolm Smith started to play like trash. Oh,
He was
then when
injured.
Fred Warner came around,
We were lucky we had Fred Warner. Fred, that's why
yeah.
you put Quan with Fred. That's a good combo because Warner's all about finesse,
That's true. Lots of
and I think he's a pretty decent tackler. And Quan's about now you see him, now you don't. Whoop! Surprise, baby boy! I'm here, and there he is. I like his aggression. I like his speed. You're right. He could be fragile, but you know, just about God, I'd say 70% of the best players in the NFL do get ouchies on occasion due to the way they play. So there's no way around that. So.
Yeah. I remember when I was watching the draft, the 2018 draft, I don't know why, but when I watched them pick Fred Warner, I forget. I think I was hoping they were going to pick
Roquan.
I was hoping they were going to pick some receiver or something like that in the third round.
Okay.
But they announced Fred Warner.
Right.
Yeah, and then I looked up him, and like, I don't know why, but I was like, okay, that's a pretty good pick for some reason. And I just realized his highlights. And then when the opening Viking game.
No, but tell the truth. Give credit to Big Show. Big Show mentioned him, and now we have to worship Big Show as being the man who knows everything.
Yeah, you got to give credit where credit's due.
I hate to do it. Also, we're out of time, though. Listen, I tell you what. We'll be back tomorrow since we missed yesterday, so we're going to be back for the rest of all the way up until Monday. All right?
Awesome. Yeah, good talking to you.
All right, fam. Thanks for calling in. Talk to you later. And Ray Jr., what's up? Easy the third, but up. What's the word? I almost said it too. Well, I tell you, there's a rhyme that goes with that that's inappropriate. Big Mo! Hey, Ronbo back to third gear on the shout out. What's up, fam? Michael Finley, what's up? Harvey Wiggins is what's up, fam? So Anthony Davis wants back, and we own his rights. See, that's the thing, you know. Do you toy with him? Because Anthony never did anything to this particular regime. He did a number on Chip Kelly and Jimmy T, right? Did he do a job on just Jimmy T? Yeah. So, Katie 216, we don't need no excuses. For what? You know, a lot of people are expecting failure because we've become used to failure. And with good reason. We have been failing year after year after year. I don't look at some of the things that happened to the 49ers, especially the last 2 years, as excuses as I much reasons. You normally, any NFL team around the league, you lose your franchise quarterback, you're dead meat. That applies to us too. You lose your starting running back, you're dead meat. That applies to us too. You lose one of your starting quarterbacks, lose two of your starting wide receivers, you're dead meat. So I figure, now this year, even if we do lose some guys, if we could just avoid losing all of them. See, this makes things impossible. So I ain't looking at it as an excuse. I'm looking at it as damn good reason. Ralph Delso says, does anyone think Dre Greenlaw looks like a young Frank Gore? I got to look at him again. You know who really isn't Dre Greenlaw? Oh, Dre Greenlaw's the guy who. Oh, he does. They have something about the eye area. Yeah. There's another guy on our team. Oh, Debo. Does Debo remind you of Eric Reed? Something about when they smile. They look exactly alike to me. Hey, and Chris Smith says, no one agrees 100% of the time, but I believe they have a great working relationship. And that's right, Chris. You know, you can't expect John Lynch and guys, and of course, that's what football's all about. They probably have disagreements on occasion, but it doesn't mean they have a good working relationship. So Matt Miller was way out of line. 007!
Yo.
007.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Anthony Davis wants to come back and play football for your team. Are you having any of that?
who's going to come play? Oh, Anthony Davis? Oh,
Yeah.
man. Because last time he came back, he retired right away, right after training camp, right after game one.
Right.
So when that happened, I was thinking, I'm like, did this guy just come back to get the check from going through training camp? Because that was probably a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy, did he just do that? And so if he came back this time, I mean, depending on how much his contract would be, I would try to see if I could trade him like right away, something. Just trade him right away. Just I don't want to have to deal with is he going to stay? Is he going to retire again? And all this kind of stuff. So I would trade him unless he started balling out, which I don't know if it's going to happen.
You know, and you mentioned that about the money, and I think that's why he's reinstating anyway. You know, all of a sudden he's not concerned about the concussions. They're down a certain percentage, and that's all he was waiting for. That's a little strange, isn't it? I like what you guys are doing in the NFL now that you made some alterations to make it a little safer for the game. I'm going to come on back if it's all right with you. You know, okay, 007, you beat John Lynch. Here's Anthony Davis, comes in and sits down in the office. What are you going to offer him?
Okay, so he comes into my office and he's like, hey, all right, well, I would ask him, I said, hey, so what makes you want to come back and play football? And based on his answer, I read his body language. I look him eye to eye to see if he's legit or if he's trying to maybe just try. What are his reasons? What are his true intentions? And if he's serious, I give him a chance. And I look at him while he's practicing. I see, is this a guy who's really trying to, make an impact and be a high impact player? Or is this just a guy who's going through the motions, who's been out of the league, who can't play, And then from there, I would maybe, if he wasn't doing so well, I'd throw out a couple of trade offers and say, hey, we have Anthony Davis. He's back in camp. We feel good about the people we have right now. So why don't, if anybody would like Anthony Davis, he's available.
Yeah. At least you might get a draft pick or something like that. Because, quite frankly, I would tell Anthony, you know what? I got my ends pretty much occupied. Can you play guard? Remember, because they tried to get him to play guard when he came back before because they didn't want to move Trent Brown, right? So he decided, okay, well, I'll play guard. And I wonder if he'd be still open to that because Joe Staley's not getting off his spot. McGlinchey, we just invested too much time and effort into him as far as the first-round pick. So we got a right guard. Can you take Mike Persons? Because I think that Joshua Garnett's out of here as soon as they can find a way to move him. So there you go.
Yeah, I would try to trade Anthony Davis preferably.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, all right. But 007, what'd you have on your mind as you came in? What else you want to run upon?
Well, I was just going through. I'm just looking. Something that was bothering me is just how evaluation time. Shanahan has his own visions.
007, you're breaking up there. Are you moving?
No, I'm not. I'm in the same spot. How am I doing now?
Oh, that's better. Okay. Maybe just a microphone thing. Okay, go ahead.
I said what I was concerned about is sometimes I get concerned about our player evaluation. The coaching on Lynch, what they said during the draft is they're going to go for best player. Sometimes, what the players they feel can make the actual team. And that's something that, honestly, we'll see how their draft class ends up because I do like the wide receivers we got. I like the punter. I like our draft class. I'm just saying that I don't think you should be passing up on talent because you don't think they're going to beat out Witherspoon or you don't think they're going to beat out a guy like Adrian Colbert. To me, what comes to it is you bring in the best guy and you bring him into camp. And then when they're in camp, they're going to show their colors. And what happens when you bring someone who's really good in college and you put him in a position group, all of a sudden the guy who was there last year is like, holy shit, they just drafted a dude in the 5th round who's pretty damn good. He probably should have went in the 3rd. I got to work my ass off and get better or else this kid's going to take my job. I don't like, passing up on players because I don't think he's better than him. You know what I mean? And that's their own player evaluation. And personally, the way I'm going to give another team props, and I don't know if you said, but I'm a fan of football, and I give props where props are due. I love the way the Arizona Cardinals draft, boy. They're over here getting wide receivers like they got Akeem Butler, like after they had already drafted what's his name, the small wide receiver, the fast guy, Andy Isabella, and they drafted 3 wide receivers. They drafted Keyshawn Johnson from Fresno State, who I was a fan of, and they're like, we don't care if we already took 2 wide receivers. This is the best player on our board, and also they're going to be playing playing an offense that has 3-4 wide receivers on the offense all the time. So I'm like, that's how you get a team, and you just get a bunch of star power on it. That's how I like to do it. That's my only concern with player evaluation as far as how we've been drafting.
You know, one thing you might also consider, though, if I've been watching a player for like 2 or 3 seasons, I'm making that judgment right there on the spot. You know what I mean? I don't need, if he is not that good in my evaluation, I'm probably going to roll like the 49ers. There's no point in me bringing him in and wasting time. I need to go get another dude that better suits what we need. So, you know, bringing players in just because they're the best of that particular round doesn't always mean that you should go get them just based on that alone. You need to make an intelligent You've got to make an evaluation based on several things. And it can't be just about he's the best player. Because the best player in this round may be like a 4th stringer on our team. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to do that. And if you have a need in another position group, you go for it. So it can work either ways. And I understand what you're saying. Don't go by your own instincts. Bring the best guy in anyway, just in case. But see, that's a hit or miss, shot in the dark type of thing anyway. See, so you got to be careful with that as well, though.
I know you got other people. I'll make a closing statement on what I want to look forward to as far as draft class would be. I was looking back the other day because I always like to watch what the Patriots do because the Patriots are always in the Super Bowl and they always know what they're doing.
Well, always in the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and it's another thing that kind of has me concerned, but we'll see because I really love our defensive line the way it is right now. I project it to be a top 5 defensive line if people stay healthy and produce the way they've been producing.
Right.
The only thing is, I look at the league, and I look at the Patriots, and I look about how the best teams are doing, and it seems like everyone's building up secondaries. Everyone has good cornerbacks. Everyone has good safety. The teams that are doing it and doing it really, really right, they're not investing $100 million contracts on multiple guys on the defensive line. They're doing it on the back end. Because, you know, the league's going into more of a passing league, which is right now, if I had to identify the biggest weak, well, we'll see, because they didn't have pass rush last year. Yeah. But this year, we're going to see where our secondary is at, because we're going to have a pass rush. So we're going to see.
Just remember, 007, you got 2 Pro Bowlers on the corners. If they stay healthy, you're not going to find a better secondary in the NFL. Now, Jimmy Ward may be questionable, but beyond that, you remember you got 2 of the best. So don't count the secondary out just yet. Don't wait a minute.
Oh, no, I'm not. I love Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman's going to play well. I believe in Richard Sherman. He played well last year, even though he wasn't 100%.
But 007, Jason Verrett may be better than Sherman. May have always been better than Sherman. He just couldn't stay healthy. Yeah,
got to stay healthy. That's another thing that concerns me as part of my closing statement is that we don't shy away from injured players, even though we've had a really big problem with people staying healthy.
That's true. But you know what? There's no such thing as a guarantee against injury, though. Anyway, guys who have a history of it, though, they're probably more liable to getting hurt than anybody else. I see your point on that, though. All right. Hey, 007, we will see you tomorrow if you get some time, huh? We can continue.
I'll see if I can make it, and I always appreciate you having me on.
Always love having you on 007. Have a great night, fam.
You too.
And speaking of the big show, there he is. He says, Anthony Davis wouldn't last a minute under Kyle's scheme. He's not athletic enough. Also, Debo said he emulates his game after Golden Tate. Yeah, he likes Golden Tate and... Wait, Isn't there more than one? Who are the two people he likes? Golden Tate and God, I just did a thing on it. I do remember Golden Tate, but isn't it Quan? It's Quan. It's Anquan Bolden. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, both guys are strong. Bolden being just ridiculously strong, and so he's going to be a power guy. Power, speed, finesse. He's got a lot of things going for him. And again, just like 007 just mentioned, he also has a history of injuries. You really can't pick your players because you think they're going to get hurt. You could miss out on a lot of players. What if he doesn't get hurt? Somebody else picks him up. He goes a whole season, puts up monster stats, and you avoided him because you thought he was going to get hurt. So that's a risky proposition. Valos 808, what's up, mi familia? Not up. What's up, Val? And Ray Jr. says the boys are. Wait, let me do it right. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. It's healing, but I need to don't push it, right? Victor Rojas. He says our offense will have a lot of firepower this season. Oh, ridiculous amounts of firepower. You know what? It's going to take a minute for Kyle to get everything assembled. It's probably not enough time between now and the beginning of the season to get it all lined up like a Roman. I mean, Roman soldiers were some of the best trained soldiers of all time in history, right? But they had formations and things that they used to do to just tear the enemy up. That's going to be Kyle, man. We got plenty of firepower out there. We just got to assemble it and get it on the right track. Tyrone Moore says, is Anthony Davis still under contract with the 49ers, or is he free to sign with any team? No. 49ers still have him. If he comes back in the NFL, he has to come to us first. So, yeah. Show's got a good point. Another thing about AD is can't imagine AD he can get out in space and block not bad, though. In fact, him and Ayupati, that's what they did. They're run blockers like crazy. And the 49ers picked him up originally just for Frank Gore. I don't know what he would look like in Kyle's system at 29, and I can't imagine AD being in any kind of shape. I bet he's as big as a house. Remember, he had gotten, AD was pushing 400 pounds at one point. Jerry Fresh, Jay Fresh, man. I tell you, man, it's good stuff, Jerry. And millionaires and billionaires, 49er gang for life. Oh, yo, Will.
Ronbo, what's up, dog?
Oh, Will, man. I mean, my phone, I was like standing outside, man. I seen a notification pipe up. Anthony Davis come talking about, I'm going to reinstate in the NFL. For what? And then I thought about it for a minute. I said, you know what, though? If there's one thing Anthony Davis could do, and what is Kyle Shanahan's offense predicated on? The run game. That's what provides all them play action, rollouts, and bootlegs. I thought about it. I said, let me stop laughing. Maybe AD could work out. I don't know. What kind of shape is he in? And then I got that thing about Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. They got sick of that. You can tell right now, somebody's going to get cussed out in a minute if they keep on talking about them fighting like that. And, of course, you know about what happened in practice yesterday. Bosa's being eased back in. Debo's out there schooling people. And so. But what are you feeling, man? What are you thinking?
Well, man, first off, shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Appreciate what you do, dog.
Thanks, man.
It's all day, every day.
Yeah.
Man, but Anthony Davis, man, I don't know. He got to show me something. If they decide to keep him, they're going to have to show me. I mean, all they can do is just, if they decide to keep him, all they can do is just look at him, evaluate him, see how he does. If he can't make it, then cut him. But if he does, then I mean, keep him on the team. See if he can bounce back. But that's all you can do at the moment right now with him. And that John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan report about them fight, man. I'm telling you, man. I tell you all the time, these people lie to make a living. They lie for $1, man. Oh. They lie to earn $1. Who is this dude? Matt Miller, Grant Cohn. Grant Cohn even alluded to it too. He always go by what other people say. He don't go by his own stuff. So I mean, all this stuff be coming from people that you never heard of. You know, man, if you ain't Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport, I don't want to hear shit from you. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know where all this stuff coming from, man. I mean, when you building a team, sometimes you all gonna have disagreements. You know, cause it's like a marriage. You know, it's like a marriage. Y'all both tied in for 6 years. It's a marriage, and during a marriage, there's gonna be times you're gonna disagree.
Every now and
right,
then,
but it ain't like you wring each other's neck. I mean, you know, you gonna have agreements. I mean, that's all part of the business, and it's all part of making your team better. So I ain't trying to get none of that crap.
I'd hope they would argue every now and then. That way, you know, you can work it out and maybe come to a beneficial conclusion. We're talking about players here,
right?
And we're talking about getting a team to get better. You can't sit around and agree with each other all the time.
Right. And Kyle wants to win, man. I mean, Kyle Shanahan's name holds weight in the NFL. His name has rank because of because of him being offensive coordinator, what he did in Atlanta. He's known as one of the best, the best offensive play caller in the league. So his name holds weight. It holds rank. So, you know, he don't want to look bad, man. So this dude trying to win, man. And John Lynch, you know, he's going to have to just, you know, they're going to have to just continue to be on the same page and everything because Kyle Shanahan, he can't be looking back. This is year 3. Ain't no time for excuses. We got to win games. We got to win. We got it. Ain't no excuses. No more getting hurt and all this stuff. But
that's why they're building up that depth and brought in that expensive sports science team. They're doing all they can to nip that situation in the bud. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's a good move. So you get in depth of what their body is doing to keep them from getting hurt. So all of y'all quit talking about the injury stuff because they got the right people in to take care of that. I'm so sick of y'all talking about the injury stuff. Y'all keep speaking that stuff into existence and it's going to affect us. Quit saying that
self-fulfilling prophecy. Exactly. God,
man,
just assuming people gonna get hurt.
And that I word is a sin in Nana Empire. Don't speak that word. It's an evil word. Don't speak it. If you speak it, you're gonna mess around and get gangrene or something. So don't speak it, man.
lips fall off your face.
Yeah, but yeah, man. but yeah, with them, you know, the rookie practices, man. Yeah. Man, Bosa got a big ass. Ooh, he got a quick first step. Man.
Hey, Will, you know what's so funny? Man. You know what people were complaining about him? They said his first step is slow. I saw the film and I couldn't understand. What first step doesn't look slow to me? Is that slow?
That's bullshit. That's bullshit, man. Him and D4 got quick first steps, man. That's why they're gonna get a lot of tackles. And I'm telling y'all right now, it's gonna be. We ought to put up a vote and ask ourselves how many sacks will the D-line have this year? Who will have the most sacks? Put it like that.
I mentioned that the other day.
We ought to make a vote.
You got a number? Because I talked about you today. I have no idea. What are you looking at? You know what? Even if they divide that quarterback up amongst them, what's a good year? 40 sacks, 35, 40 sacks?
Yeah, I think so.
So
look, because man, the offensive line this year, you can't double Butler no more. You got Bosa and Butler and Ford coming off the end. All that double team is over with. The offensive linemen, they just gonna have to man up. They're gonna have to eat their Wheaties. They're gonna have to do their push-ups every night. They're gonna have to man up because ain't no more double teaming. Ain't no more double teaming us. Ain't it? Because you got to pick your poison now.
But Will, you know what the thing is? The quickest route to the quarterback is from the middle because that's a straight line, right? Now you figure teams will still try to deal with D-Buck first. They have to. This is why I'm looking forward to coming off them edges, how fast they can get there and get that quarterback's butt. Because they got to stop Defoe. And I feel sorry for Buckner because the fact is he will be the focus because they're going to put a linebacker or somebody out there on the edge. They're hoping the quarterback can hurt and get rid of the ball. There's the mistake is right there, Will. That's it right there.
Yeah, but the thing is, Armstead and Butler, they can block passes too. That's also a specialty they got. They can block passes. Yeah. So either way, it's a trap. I mean, all the offensive linemen that we're gonna face this year, they in trouble, man. Because you gonna have to pick your poison, and your quarterback gotta make sure you're accurate. Because them balls gonna get tipped. and everything. And we're going to get to the quarterback. There's no doubt about it. And I ain't even worried about the secondary.
See, well, that's what I'm talking about. Amplify on that.
If they play their position, if they do what Coach Sala tell them to do, if they play their part at each position, be where they're supposed to be, know where to go when the play is in route.
See?
You know what I'm saying? If you know where to be, the D line will help you, and when the ball is thrown, you right there because you're right there where the coach told you to be at. If you're right there where the coach tell you to be at, the ball is coming to you, man.
It is. And not only that, when you got people like Sherman and Verrett on the field who've seen it all, you go ahead. They can tell where your mistake is because they can see from the pressure being provided up in front. He's getting ready to get rid of that ball right now. You look over to your shoulder, right, left, and see where that receiver is. You see where Ward's in position. That quarterback's reading the field. You already know what he's thinking. If you're Sherman Verrett, you know what he's thinking. You know where he's going with the ball. This is what people don't understand. They will, though, soon.
Yeah, and that's why I said the D lineman and Verrett and Sherman gonna save Jimmy Ward's ass. They're gonna save his
all
butt.
the time.
If Jimmy Ward play where he's told to play and do his job, he gonna get some picks because the D line and Verrett and Sherman is gonna save his butt. They probably gonna save his career this year.
Listen,
but it's all to Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward will have to pay attention and do what the coach tell him to do and tell him to be where he's supposed to be, and they'll save his damn career and he'll save his damn self.
That's why I'm Pam Canem for Jay the Bunch. Just Will, we gotta go, fam. I love it. I'll be back tomorrow and the next day. So Will, save some. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Tell us how you feel about. Tell us about how you feel about the Rams.
Oh man, fuck Rudy. Fuck them same old sorry ass Rams. They lost the Super Bowl and they fucking broke. And that's all I got tonight, man. Oh yeah, Ronbo. Hey man. Hey look. You seen Coach Coltrane, man? That dude coach like he off his meds, man. That dude a crazy man.
Oh, our new defensive coordinator?
Yeah, that dude crazy, man. That dude coach like he's off his meds, like he ready to kill some damn body, man. That's what we need.
That's exactly right. And they gonna do right, they gonna be scared. They gotta do right. If Kasur says something, do it.
Man, you better do it, and they need to feed off his energy too. When they, because
all the bad words. My God, Coach, children out there watching the sideline. We'll see you tomorrow, fam.
All right, man. All right, talk to you later.
Yeah. Kasur is not even rated PG, boy. I'm telling you, that dude, man, that's hilarious. Yo, hey, Dre, come on in, Dre.
What's happening with my big player partner, Ronbo?
Dre, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm loving what's forming in that camp, man. Anthony Davis had me laughing, and then you look around and then you see what Debo's out there doing. I mean, they got him out there clowning up a bunch of other rookies. Debo trying to tell people, I'm a second round pick.
Let's not be too heavy on cats with helmets and shorts on, man. Like everybody said, like the real,
every year,
like the NFL coaches say, man. It all starts when the pads get on. We had plenty of years of people saying, "Oh, Jeremy Curley looks great," and that motherfucker put on pads and he wasn't shit.
Jeremy
I ain't
Curley?
too much worried about it right now.
But the thing is about Debo, that dude puts on pads. I believe it gets worse. He's already strong as a horse.
Yeah.
So now,
definitely,
I'm looking. I like that dude, man.
Yeah, man. First of all, man, 007, if you like how the Arizona Cardinals and the Patriots draft so much, don't be a motherfucking Cardinals and Patriots fan. Do not call Ronbo and talk about that Patriot or Cardinal shit, man. You either all in with the Niner Empire or you out, man. I ain't worried about what nobody else doing or who nobody else drafted. I'm not worried about none of that shit. I'm fully behind our general manager, and I'm damn so behind Kyle the Brain Shanahan. So I'm not trying to hear none of that, man. Don't be calling and saying all of that shit. Everybody needs to be behind the decisions that these guys make. You know what I'm saying? The decisions are not just made based on because they like somebody. They're based around the players' athletic ability and what they can do and bring into our system and how they fit into our system. How is their game going to affect our team and make us better? There's certain players that have talent, certain players that look talented on film, but they playing totally different systems. It wouldn't be shit in the system that we run, man. So I'm not trying to hear none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm totally behind what the people in our staff is doing, you know. And the
That's
most important thing that they did.
007, that was something I left out. Sometimes you look at players for scheme fit. Just because a player looks good doesn't mean he's going to fit in the scheme. Yeah,
He
I
might
agree.
be, he might be playing in a 4-3, and you know what I'm saying? This is a single high defense, you know what I mean? We don't know what these guys will look like in a single high. They might look good because they got, you know what I mean, in college it didn't come to a single high and get burnt every damn play. So I'm really not going to support that and be behind that, man. You know, people need to be behind the decisions that are made for our squad. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. And I tell you what, you know, Weston Richburg, before we got him, he was ranked 87.5 in PFF. You know, once you get above 85 in PFF, that's elite. Last year, he was injured a lot. But I tell you what, as an offensive lineman, one thing you don't lose is your technique. When you learn technique as an offensive or defensive lineman, it sticks with you. All Anthony Davis got to do is get in shape, bro. And I'm telling you
what kind of shape
hey,
he's
I'm
in.
telling you what. Hey, Joe Staley, a healthy Weston Richburg, McGlinchey, and Anthony Davis, that don't sound too damn bad to me, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and Anthony Davis was a 2-time Pro Bowler back when the Legion of Boom was really the Legion of Boom. And last year, between playing Aaron Donald twice, Cliff Averill twice, and Khalil Mack and Von Miller, you know how many sacks was made between them? 2. 2. Khalil Mack had one, which was a shoestring tackle when Nick Mullins was flushed out of the pocket to the right, and he caught him. He caught him with a shoestring tackle before he made it to the offensive line, past the line of scrimmage, and then Cliff Averill got one. Aaron Donald, I'm sure you remember, was a shutout, and Von Miller was a shutout. You know what I mean? So, man, to add somebody, and a lot of the times, man, football is a very violent game. Taking time off from the game is not such a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, man.
Dre, your TV's a little loud. Can you?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I said, hold on. Let me put this on mute, man. I said, a lot of the times, you know, NFL is a very violent game. You know what I mean? When you take time off from the NFL game, you know, to heal your body, to heal your brain a little bit, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Because you're prolonging your career. That's all you're doing. You're prolonging your career. You know what I mean? So if you come in and you get in shape, you know what I mean? It's just like you got a second crack at life as far as your career-wise. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, man. This dude was going up against the Legion of Boom and the Packers when they had a good defensive line, and you know what I mean? I mean, our team took a lot of beatings in them NFC championship battles against the Legion of Boom 3 years in a row, you know what I mean? And against the Ravens. Yeah, Giants and all of them boys when they had Justin Tuck and all of them. So, man, you know, it's not necessarily bad to take some time off, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna speak down on Anthony Davis, you know what I mean? If you feel like
Dre, he
enough,
came in that year, he did want to come back and reinstate. He came in shape. Remember they showed training film of him and everything. So you know what? I'd like to see what Davis looks like, though. I am curious.
Me too, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get him for a discounted rate. You know what I mean? So I would definitely like to take a look at Anthony Davis. You know, and another thing, Ronbo, I think, like I said, I'm excited about Tim Harris and Dre Greenlaw, man. I'm really excited about Dre Greenlaw, man. Off the ball, man. When it comes to getting from sideline to sideline,
you got that speed, and he's light too. That's the thing. He's fast. Yeah.
And they interviewed him and they said, well, what about the 40 time? And he was like, well, you know, I have been training Monday through Friday, and I was going to take a week off before the combine. And he said I didn't want to get rusty on my skills. So he went and trained with a track coach who was training him basically on running 60 meters, and he strained his hamstring. So that's why he had a slow 40 time. But when they did the GPS monitoring on the field, that man was the second fastest man on the team, man. That man was running up to 22 miles per hour, bro. They say he was the second
Greenlaw can
fastest
move
guy
like
on
that. Oh,
the.
that's
That,
you can't get any better
man,
than
look
that
here.
for a linebacker.
Man, look here. Oh man, look here. So
They
man,
say
like
he's a
I
running
said, I'm
chase.
very excited.
Good running chase.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we can say
yeah,
Malcolm. Okay, Malcolm, thank you, man. But you know what? We gonna move on.
yeah.
Check out the front office. They got
Even
your
with
stuff signed.
but Ronbo, even with Malcolm, man, look, man, this dude wasn't a Super Bowl MVP, and this dude had 153 tackles in the season before he came and got that money from us, man.
Dre, we're gonna
If
take a look at him. He may make it.
yeah,
I'm
man,
just saying. I
you
hope he
know, look,
show us more than he did
hey,
last year.
yeah, I'm not gonna talk down on nobody. I'm hoping everybody bounce
Do
back.
good.
And
I
you know what I'm
agree.
saying?
That's a good
You know
point.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna talk down on nobody, and I ain't gonna talk about no fucking injuries either. I'm tired of hearing that shit too. You know, we got a whole new training staff, man. You know what I'm saying? That's
And
in
the
here really
sports
doing their
science
job.
crew. I keep forgetting
Yeah,
about
most
them folks.
definitely. Yeah,
All right,
man.
Dre.
You know,
We
yeah.
go.
All right, man.
We
Peace
gonna go.
out.
I'll be
Shout
back
out to the
tomorrow
Niner fam.
though. Yeah.
All right, for sure. Shout out to the Niner fam, TNT, my boy Will. You know what I'm saying? All of the Niner Empire, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, fam. Have a good night, Dre.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, Dre's making good points. I gotta get up off of Malcolm Smith, don't I? You know what though? Let's see. Malcolm's probably gonna be feeling better. I ain't gonna use the word, word that Dre just said, which we don't need to talk about. And so I figured he comes in and say, oh, they think I'm some kind of can't do this, can't do that. I'm gonna show him this year. So I hope he does come in and show us. Because you know what? If he wins, we win. Everybody wins. All right. Panama Queen, what's up, PQ? Good to see you. So, man, I call them the Niner-lets. Because, you know, Niner gals and all those other shit, but you know, those names are like, I like Niner-lets. Remember everybody called everybody dude and dudette? The Niner-lets. Leroy Phillips C says, get time to take a look at undrafted free agent LB Alizah. People are talking about him at an incredible rate. It says he's a tackling machine. Looks like Reuben Foster highlights of him off the chain. He's still a kid. Is sick always around the ball. Alizah is he's from Florida Atlantic. He's in the Niners camp. Take a look at him and see what you think. Eyes don't lie. Yeah, I was just. I go through content sometimes really fast. I saw his name on more than one piece of content, so I will check him out. Maybe I won't get a chance to do that today because everybody's talking about it. That being the case, 49ers have probably noticed, coaching staff. A SoFlo Niner said, yo, they better fear the Bosa, a.k.a. Quads. Quadzilla. SoFlo for repping Red Goat. Bosa's thighs, man, it was just ridiculous legs, man. I tell you, now I understand why. I seen him do some moves. I still don't understand how he did that. Bosa could actually brace himself with his legs spread just to a certain thing. Most guys would get knocked off their feet, not Bosa. I thought he just had great balance until the combine. Then I seen him run out there with them tree trunks. I said, where does this dude buy his pants, man? You got to have everything you buy tailored. God, that's ridiculous. Squatting. I want to see him in Catavia Street have a squatting competition. 49ers niggas, Ronbo, what's up, fam? All right. Hey, James, come on in here, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
My name is James. James, where you at, fam?
Yo.
Come on in, James.
Hey, how you doing, Ronbo? How you doing?
Is that James on the East Coast? Is James a Warrior fan? Because the Warriors is kicking butt right now, from what I understand. I don't know what the score is. Somebody give me the score at that Warrior game, because because the Warriors win.
Doing?
James, there you is. James, doing all right, man. Let's just sit back here and looking at the headlines. You got AD talking about reinstating because the game is safer. You got John Lynch stepping up to the plate, talking about, look here, man, y'all stop talking about me and Kyle fighting for somebody to get an ass whooping. And, of course, you got Robbie Gould talk about, no, I just sold my house because I want to buy another house in the Chicago area. 49ers. I will play for you guys one more year. Get off me. And, so we're going through all that. Got the
Yeah.
got. Oh, but by the way, and got Debo out there manhandling dudes already, and he ain't even put on no pads yet. So I'm things are looking cool. But what are you thinking?
Well, I'll tell you what. It's funny because Anthony Davis, didn't he try to reapply to the NFL again recently, like about 4 years ago or something like that?
Yeah, he came back.
Maybe.
Yeah, he came back and
Yeah,
he stayed with us for a few minutes and he said, "Y'all, I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead back into retirement and thank you so much," and left.
he took he took a, he took a year or two off and then came back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
this will be 3 times. What, one, two? No, that was the
right.
first retirement. Second, yeah, this will be his third effort. I
Yes.
think.
But I tell you one thing, I do agree with what the other caller had said, and I agree with you also that it's probably, he's got a change of heart towards concussions because probably he's going through some financial problems right now. And he could still, I'm gonna tell the truth. Hands down, if he's in shape, he's quite an offensive lineman now.
Oh, he could
Make it
road
to the Pro
grade.
Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't make it to the Pro Bowl from just being nobody's pushover now. So I mean, it's kind of, and they already have said that they're declining the 5th-year option on Joshua Garnett.
Jesus, Josh. They had a falling out last year over some things he was doing during the time he was trying to rehab. 49ers don't get over that kind of stuff. That's why DK Metcalf was never coming to the 49ers after the Combine. Ja'Kai Polite, there was no chance him coming to the 49ers because them boys, they be getting mad, boy. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, it's funny because he talked about the concussions and now he wants to come back. But like I said, if he's in shape, they could get him for the Super Lolo. Let Joshua Garnett move on. This guy they just drafted in the 7th round, School. Let me tell you something. That guy was manhandling Bosa.
Still doing it. Still doing it. Was doing it in drills yesterday.
Was doing it in drills, and probably there's some game film where he was probably manhandling him. And it's like, you're gonna get these linemen that can just stonewall defensive tackles. Some of them are just as strong, and there's always a problem with a lineman that's like 6'8". You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much man to move, and
got them tentacles for arms.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you, they're already planning ahead, and I give them an A+. I ain't gonna say. Well, I'd say even an A+ on that pick because I'm gonna tell you why. Staley is probably gonna move on after this season. You know what I'm saying? We got to plug somebody in to play right tackle because they'll probably move McGlinchey over the left tackle.
No doubt about it. A little more seasoning, he'll be ready too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, I think that is something they should actually entertain on a serious note of trying to talk to Anthony Davis, about a possible return for super low money. And, it's a prove it to us deal. Come to work and prove it to us, and we'll talk a contract extension maybe a year from now or something. So, he's still young. His body wasn't beat up.
3 years of rest and recuperation. He should be feeling great.
He retired right after the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Right after the Super Bowl. He
pretty much.
Matter of fact, it was what was it?
Wait. He got hurt. Next year, he spent most of the time, he went about 8 or 9, 10 games, and then he came back because we didn't have a right tackle. And Frank Gore wasn't getting off like he used to. And I remember when he came back, Frankie had a huge game. I said, there it is, boy. Reason for Frank Gore's success. Running around that right side, boy.
The thing is, I do believe I'm giving Richburg, you know, all the opportunity, and hopefully we can see something great come out of him if he's, hopefully totally healthy.
Oh,
And
Weston.
at the at the same time, though, there's still a question of I think they're going to get a real good player out of Eric Magnuson before it's all said and done.
You know,
If you
he's
can just
he's been out every year. Maybe they just didn't let him play. Weston Richburg, James, it worries me. Everybody can beat his ass. I don't know. He's a good
that
player,
is worse.
but he just
Yes,
everybody can
sir.
whoop him. Come on, Weston. Everybody can whoop
That's
you,
right. You
man.
know, I tell you the truth. I look at this scenario here possibly happening too. This season, if he doesn't pan out for some reason, the Dolphins only gave Daniel Kilgore a two year deal. Okay, because they traded for him and took up actually the contract that we had signed him for, which was a 2-year extension. And if they don't turn around and re-sign him, Daniel Kilgore played really well with Jimmy Garoppolo under helm. He played really well, and so I don't know if they bring him back or they just try to, take a younger lineman and try to groom him. But we'll see. If Richburg is healthy, hopefully we'll see some good football play out of him. If not, take one of these younger guys that Kyle is grooming and move on. And I'm gonna tell you what was really interesting in this whole draft and then the signing of the undrafted free agents.
Uh-oh,
You
James.
know,
You may have to hold on to that, James. If we could just get you to hold on to that and bring it back in tomorrow, because we're out of time.
okay,
But yeah, don't
all
don't
right,
don't forget your place. I want to hear this. All right,
no
all right,
problem. I will.
all right, James. Have a
All
good
right,
night,
thank you.
fam.
Have a great evening. All
Thank
right,
you.
have a great evening. Niner for life. Niner Empire, Niner for life. Thank you.
That's who he's waiting on. All right, James. Good night. And oh, where the sun shines bright on my old Selena's home. Salinas! 831, hello.
pero no encuentra, no sabe cuál es la vía. Es Jojo Díaz el que tiene el control de la
Salinas! Hello, hello.
Hello?
Yes. And
Hello?
who is this?
My name is Jordan.
Jordan. Hey, Jordan. See,
What's up, Pablo?
calling from my hometown. Hey, Jordan, you live in
Yeah.
North Salinas? You live Alisal area? Where do you live at in Salinas?
Alisal.
Alisal, all right. Jordan, you're welcome on in, man. Hey, so what are you thinking here, man? What do you got on your mind today?
I'm excited for the Niners. Finally rookie camp started, and I'm excited to see Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
Remember we drafted him number 2, so I want him to be great.
Yeah.
With these hype picks so far, haven't Solomon Thomas hasn't really panned out, but give him
It's
one
gonna
more
be
year,
his year.
hopefully. Well, we're moving him to the middle, so hopefully he
He'll get better.
produces more.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
hopefully
I
he
hope
produces
so.
more.
I hope so. Because,
So,
he deserves.
But from Bosa,
Yeah.
he deserves another chance. Hopefully, I really want him to do good because he's a really good guy. It'd be good to keep him around the team. Good vibes around the locker room.
That's another thing. He's such a clean, innocent guy. You're never going to have any trouble with him either. So, let's see if we can get him to work. Yeah, I agree. So, hey, what do you expect out of Bosa, though? This is what they do. Do you know, we're looking at not 3 generations because Joey and Nick are pretty much the same generation. But the thing is, the father, and I just realized they showed a clip on them yesterday. The dad, I think there's a cousin or something. He also played with the Dolphins, first string pick. So the dad's a first stringer. Joey's a first rounder. Nick's a first rounder. And this is just what they do. I mean, did you see that training clip? I said, these dudes, man, are serious
Yeah.
about keeping up the name of the Bosa name. We dominate. We'll see.
Well, the only thing right now that scares me about Bosa is the contract. Hopefully, we could get that sorted out fast.
Oh, so true. I keep forgetting about his agent. Oh.
That age, the same thing with Joey. He held out for the contract.
Last year, you know that same
Hopefully it
agent?
doesn't happen with us.
That's Solomon Thomas's agent too. Remember the year before last? He showed up just before training camp. Because I mean, at some point they have to drop off. You know, they go through the rookie camp and they go a little bit into the camp a little further, and then if they're not signed up, they got to step off. And so Solomon missed a lot of time because of that. Oh, we cannot have that.
That's the only thing I do not want to happen.
None of us do. That's terrible. So, but Parag is good. Let's see how good he is. Because there's always some little language in the contract that they don't like. I don't know what it is. It probably has something to do with if they get hurt or something. I don't know. But they really will not budge until they get it. Joey was going to take the season off, I think, and re-enter into the draft. What? When he was with the Chargers. Man. So
well, Joey turned out to be a beast for the Chargers.
Better than I thought he was going to be, actually. So, yeah. And they say Nick's better than Joey.
Hopefully,
is that right?
that's what I heard. And then hopefully if we get the same production, it'd be crazy if we get better.
I think Joey had 10 sacks in his first year, and he had like a premier corner. He had another premier. Oh, what is that guy's name? On the other end with the Chargers, badass. He didn't stop Joey from getting his. I said, "Whoa, man, okay." So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what do you think about Anthony Davis? Anthony Davis wants to come back and be a 49er. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, how many times has he came back and then left a few years later?
I mean, everybody thinks about that first. How many times did Anthony Davis say, he really hurt my feelings that year when he came back with Jim Tom Sula, because that was one of the only hopes we had, because everybody else was on the team was okay, and we had a couple of really bad offensive linemen, and AD gave everybody hope. Trent Brown, Anthony Davis playing next to each other side by side. All right, we got a run game. AD upped and said, I got to go. What? Oh, man.
Oh, Anthony Davis. Well, I think it'll be pretty good depth, with our offensive line. Somehow we get hurt by the smallest injuries.
Yeah. Well, one guy.
Joshua
Garnett. Well, Weston Richburg, too. Yeah.
He played us through it, so maybe, hopefully he comes back healthy.
I know.
He could just produce more.
Yeah. We should give Weston Richburg more credit, huh? He played through pain.
Yeah.
I think he was within a lot of pain, too. He's tough, though. Him and Mike Persons, they don't care what's broken, what's torn, what's pulled. They keep right on going. I don't know if it always helps a team, but they stay out there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Person, did he get carted off a game and then came back? I forgot. I think somebody did that.
Maybe. Matty B. I mean, Matt Brady got carted off every game. Dude looked like he was unconscious a couple of times. They took him to the locker room. He comes back a few minutes later and breaks off a 15 to 20-yard run. I said, this dude, man. Matty B. So I really like him. 49ers, people talk about getting rid of him because we already got all these dual threat running backs. Come on, man. We ain't getting rid of Matty B. No. So.
Maybe he'll get maybe a couple less carries just because Tevin Coleman's been with Shanahan and has been successful in his system. Maybe he'll get a couple less, but hopefully they even them out so I'll get a good amount. Yeah. Try to show off their skills.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to incorporate 3 running backs, though. With 2, it's like not enough ball, barely. So we'll see what they do. I'm really worried about because I figured Matty B's going to be the man left out because he may not be as skillful in the passing game, right? And Kyle's going to try to pass teams to depth. He's looking for mismatches. Put Jimmy G lined up. Jimmy G's going to be looking for Jerick McKinnon to be lined up with a linebacker, slot corner. It's going to be Debo. There's all kind of ways you can manipulate the other team's defense. And I'm trying to figure out Matty B's role in all this. He could just be the runner, though. He can just run between tackles. I guess he can do that. Because you got to establish a run game.
Yeah, you do. Also, I'm really excited to see how the receivers do with Debo and Debo added. I'm excited for that a lot.
Man, I can't wait. Jordan, Jordan, we got to go, man. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be back tomorrow, though. And come on by, man.
All right.
I'll be waiting for you, huh?
All right.
All right, Jordan. Thanks, fam.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Thank you. See you, Ronbo.
Hey, see you. And let me check over here. Hey, Kenny Jennings. I'm so ready for the NFL season. Let's go! Dang, Kenny Jennings. Thanks for the contribution, fam. Big Show, I forgot to say thanks for the cash, man. Isaac Perry. Sorry, Rumble can't watch it till halftime. We got the Warriors and Rockets. I made a $100 bet. We beat them in their house straight up. Warriors is that's an amazing team, man. It's probably a safe bet. Fluffy Ninja says, Ronbo! Hello from, you know what, I've heard of Pensacola? Is that right? Pensacola, New Jersey, and the Fluffy Ninja. I have heard of this place. There's a couple of interesting names coming out of New Jersey. Ecliptic 215, what's up? This is our offense, defense, going to be legit top 5 on both. Go Niner Empire, Quest for 6 is on. And Gary Fresh, he has a question. This is, does Nick Bosa and Saquon Barkley have the same size legs? Boy, there's a good question. It's got to be close. None of them have missed leg day, boy. I tell you, man. You know, if you like to work out a lot, you know you'll always find a way to get out of leg day, or else you go and do something real light. You won't get under your heaviest. You know, I ain't gonna max out today. Guys got a couple of nickels on each side. You know, I just want to get a burn. Because squats, man, squats is the best exercise you can do, though. Your whole body gets involved. Cardio, because you're breathing hard. You bring that weight from the floor down. You're using every muscle to get that thing back up. Setting it back on the rack. You walk around. People be looking at you if you put enough plates on, like, damn. There's so much in it, right? Hey, Phil. Phil.
Ronbo.
Phil.
Hey.
Hey, fam. Sitting back here. And
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm watching these rookies. I was hearing about these rookies. There's no video yet. Well, there is video, but you can't see much. There's names that are popping out already. And some guys are going to make it. It's that tryout camp, the worst thing you could be put through. Can you imagine? You got 3 days to prove that we need to look at you even further than this. That's it. No questions. If we don't like you, say goodbye.
That's
and
life.
go quietly. I know that. Pretty much. That's right. We're always on trial. Every day of your life is a trial.
Every day. Every day.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to give props to Big Show. I agree with him. This is a first. You know, I don't think Anthony Davis has the athleticism to make our team. Now, I would give him a physical. I'd look at him, and I would trade him to Belichick for a 7th-round pick.
And, that's the bad thing. You don't only get a 7th-round pick because he's been out of the league for 3 years. Everybody knows what his reputation is, but is he capable still? So he's got to prove that.
Well, does he fit our team, too? And we have
that, too.
And we have, 2 tackles. And I disagree with one of the callers who said Staley's not getting it after this year. Staley already said he wants to play
as long as
a couple
he can.
more years in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as he can. And, he was really good last year, so I doubt that he's done after this year, unless we win the Super Bowl, and then all bets are off.
No, you know what? Joe would come back to defend the title. That's the kind of guy he is. He would come back to see if he can defend the title.
I agree.
Yeah.
And, I doubt this article about Shanahan and Lynch is realistic because here's the thing. They said that Shanahan complained about player personnel being involved in it. What head coach does not want to be involved in player personnel?
No.
None.
All of them want to be involved.
And Shanahan's fingerprints were all over that draft.
You can see it.
All heard.
Back-to-back wide receivers?
I don't think Lynch would have made that draft choice.
No way. That punter?
Maybe they argued over the punter.
I doubt it. Did you see how enthusiastic he was in the office when they were talking about him, they do, oi, oi, Ozzy. You know, I says, where'd you guys get that from? What is that? So I think like they were both all in.
I'm thinking that's BS. BS.
I am too.
The other thing is, I'm worried about, we're putting so much faith in the corner, Verrett, being available at the beginning of the year, and I'm concerned about that. I think Kwan is going to be there because he's already said, "Oh, Tampa Bay first game, I'm ready."
Okay, well, how do you put it? Oh, so such a blessing.
I'm ready.
So he's definitely going to be working hard overtime to get ready now. So it is good for us.
No, I think he's going to be good. I think Jason Verrett may be a little longer to get ready. So we're going to have to rely on either Harris or Akello or somebody to fill that other
it looks like
spot.
K1, Verrett is ahead of schedule. Yeah, he's not lagging behind.
But I haven't heard anything
about 3 weeks
ready
ago.
For game one.
About 3 weeks ago, they said he's looking fine. He's been out there running. He's already out on the practice field. Who was that was quoted saying, Jason's out here like following wide receivers? He was, put it this way, he's been out there chasing wide receivers around already. I think you can pretty much bet he will be ready for day one.
No, if he's healthy and he's 100% and he's back to where he was, he's going to be deadly.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to tell. That's what I was telling 007. No. You don't understand. Verrett may be better than Sherman, especially at this point. If he's healthy, don't worry about that side of the field. Don't even worry about it.
Don't
not
worry
with that
about
pass
either
rush.
side.
Yeah.
Just over the middle, down, the tight end we've got to worry about. That's about it.
That's the only. And
Jimmy Ward.
I'm
part of your Jimmy Ward crew.
All right.
Sign me up.
All right.
I'm a member.
There you go. We got to sign up. We had a bunch of ones 2 weeks ago, last week. I got faith in him. People don't think he can play. Jimmy can play safety. If Balky would have let him stay at safety instead of trying to make him a cornerback, it would have been a lot better. That's what he does.
Yeah,
when he plays corner, that's what else he can do.
He can't get hurt.
That's the thing.
You got Jakarski and the other guy who's pretty good in the box safety.
Kowalski. Kowalski.
And then you've got Jimmy Ward and Colbert at the free safety. So, if they pan out, we're in good shape.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We're in good shape. And I expect big things out of Solomon Thomas. I really do.
All right.
I think Solomon T's going to have a breakout year.
All right.
I think because of having D Ford and Bosa rushing the edge, you move Solomon inside, you go ahead with him to Forrest. They're going to double team to Forrest. Solomon Thomas is going to be one-on-one with the guard. I think he's going to have a breakout year. I really do.
You're going to see a lot of breakouts this year. Because, when you've got a full, there's nothing lacking on that front line now. Everybody's going to
They're going to be fresh.
Oh, God.
They're going to rotate guys. They're going to rotate, between Solomon Thomas, DeForest, and Armstead on the inside. You put Thomas and Armstead on the running plays, running downs, first down on the outside. You bring in Bosa and D Ford on passing situations. They're going to be fresh coming off the edge. Oh, boy. And I tell you what, the other thing that I haven't called in for a while, but, Seattle lost their best defensive player. And they did not get an edge rusher. They lost Clark, and they did not get an edge rusher in the draft.
I know, right?
So we're not going to see a big pass rush out of them. Jimmy's going to have all kinds of time. Now the shoe's going to be on the other foot. We're going to be on top of Wilson, and Jimmy's going to have 7 seconds to dissect the defense. So,
and we got nothing but fast guys out there running
That's right.
in our offense. So it's not like he's going to have to stand there too long. And you know how Kyle Shanahan, and this year you're going to see more of those rollouts and play action than you've seen in the last 2 seasons, because now he's got all the material he needs to do that.
Well,
I hated seeing Jimmy under center the whole time last year. God, that bothers me. I said, come on, that's not Kyle football. Get those guys out of that pocket, Kyle. Dang it.
Well,
We'll see.
I mean, we're going to see the full playbook. We're going to see all the weapons there. We're going to see a pass rush that we've never seen in the last 5-6 years. I mean, and I think the rest of the division got weaker. The Rams lost offensive linemen, didn't replace them.
And in fact, just lost another guy the other day. In Seattle, you're right.
Seattle lost their best defensive rusher.
And that's not going to be good. Phil, we're out of time, though.
And then you've got Arizona. Yeah, they drafted wide receivers, but they've got no offensive line. They were the worst offensive line in football.
What are they doing? They figure Kyle could escape all pressure, I guess. But, Phil, we need to go. Phil, let's see you tomorrow.
All right, man.
And we'll continue to knock down other teams. I love doing that.
All right, take care.
Hey, have a good night, Phil.
All right, you too. Bye.
Thanks. And let's go check out Nard.
Yes.
Nard,
hey, what's going on with the Rondo, man?
Oh man, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at AD trying to come back. I don't know how long it's going to take for the commissioner to sign the slip. Robbie Gould's out there. Go ahead.
I just want to say this, man. If there's smoke, there's fire. I've never seen a kicker in all my years of watching football ever request a trade. I mean, he's not damn near. He ain't never. A kicker ain't even part of the team. They don't come to workouts. All you got to do is kick. So for him to request a trade, for him to want to get up out of there, man, there's something going on, man.
He wants to go to the Bears.
Another thing.
I mean, the Bears out there trying out 5, 6, 7, 8 kickers, and none of them can kick. And Robbie's on the phone with the manager saying, "I'm trying to get out of here now."
But listen, if you willing to turn down, you go to the NFL to make money, and if you turning down $5 million to go play for less money somewhere, something wrong, because you just don't turn down no money. I mean, if I'm playing in San Francisco for 1 year for $5 million, why not?
And crying about it like Robbie is. Makes no sense.
Right. So something is wrong in-house. Another thing is John Lynch is horrible at being a general manager. Like after he took over for Balky, his first draft was getting Garnett, was the guard out of Stanford. His own coach on the draft show, David Shaw, even said, "I don't even know if he might fit into the scheme of Shanahan because they like to do that pulling because he's more of a mauler. He's more of the clone of IQ Potty, right? He doubles.
Hold on a second. No, that's not a. This regime didn't draft Garnett.
Yeah, he did.
No,
they drafted Garnett because the last regime drafted Buckner. That was their last draft, and he comes in and he said, "We need to."
Let me remind you. They traded back up into the first round, and they got Garnett.
Right.
That was not
to get Reuben Foster. They lost assets.
No. Solomon Thomas.
They gave up.
Let me help you with this. Solomon Thomas was picked at number 3.
Solomon Thomas, yeah, in that draft. Solomon Thomas.
They tried it back in the first round to get Reuben Foster. Right. It was a year before that Chip Kelly and Trent Baalke traded back up because they were afraid that the Hawks were going to take Joshua Garnett. So that's not his pick. But Reuben Foster didn't do a whole lot better. Reuben Foster made everybody mad.
But we still,
so yeah.
Okay, regardless if I messed up on the draft pick, we still lost assets for Reuben Foster.
Yeah.
Giving up whatever we gave up to get him come back in the first round and then letting him go, and then doubling down this year, giving Alexander all this money coming off an ACL injury. We don't know if he's going to be the type of player he was before that. And then another thing is, like, I don't like to invest in unproven commodities. Like, I don't know if these rookies going to come in and do anything. I'm not sure if they're going to be all pros. I know Kittle can play. I know Buckner can play. I know Solomon can play. But
for me to put faith in a rookie and be like, oh man, he's gonna come in and change the franchise, I don't see it. Hurd, the wide receiver out of Baylor, he's pretty nice. I looked at film of him. He runs hard. He just needs to work on his footwork and getting separation. Debo Samuel, or whatever his name is, I watched a lot of film of him, and I'm not trying to be down on our draft picks, but it's a lot of things he needs to work on, like mediocre cornerbacks, Colorado second string cornerbacks. I mean, like really shutting him down. Like he can't play on the outside. Like a lot of his catches was bubble screens and real slant patterns. I watched Greenlaw. I really like him, but he plays real small. Maybe at 230, 225, somewhere around there. So I don't know if he can hold up playing in the middle. And let me see.
Elijah Lee's about the same size. So I don't know. The toughness can come from within.
From the passing, from it being a spread out game, I understand the concept, but when you need that thumper in the middle to stuff that middle, I mean, when that running back coming up there, I mean, I don't know if he can hold up against a bigger guard or somebody pulling.
I tell you what, you know the guy you're not crazy about, Quan Alexander. If they come by him, I can pretty much tell you they go meet some thump there. And Fred Warner handles the middle pretty well too.
Well, Fred made a lot of mistakes last year. That's why they like him on the outside.
He's a rookie.
Yeah, well, but he's not. He's still not big enough to.
He made. He did made over 100 tackles. He made over 100 tackles. So you got to be careful about that.
But if you watch film and you study him, it was hard for him to disengage from certain guards. Sometimes he would get washed up in the play because he can't push the pocket.
But your linebacker shouldn't be pushing. Wait, you're talking about Fred Warner?
Yeah, that's why he couldn't play the middle.
No, that's not his job to push the pocket, though.
Well, no. When you're coming downhill, you're taught to engage. You're taught to engage whatever blocker and then disengage. It was hard for him to do that running downhill, trying to engage on a guard if they were pulling or if they are in a certain scheme. So certain teams who have good running scheme or running backs or good running games would scheme fit around Fred Warner because he can get washed up in a play. You just got to go to the film and just watch it.
I've watched him closely. I thought he negotiated blocks pretty well and also worked the gaps really well with his big men up in front. It could be a matter of observation, though.
Well, in space, in space, he's a real good linebacker in space. But when in those close quarters, when he got to disengage, he has to look and see where the running back is. He can't get off those blocks. So a lot of times, that's why we got gashed in a lot of games by running backs because of Fred Warner playing in the middle.
Nard, we did pretty well against the run last year. We got killed in a passing game, but you couldn't run on the 49ers. You had about how many running backs got over 100 yards last year against the 49ers? But you know what? One thing you should do, though, give Fred a chance to get out of his rookie year. All right, he learned a lot of things last year. Because, segueing right from college and starting in your first year at the mic, that's got to be a pretty big thing to ask a kid to do. So I suspect you'll see a lot of difference this year. Well, we'll see. And then let's reevaluate him after the first few weeks and see what you got. Because what you've seen as far as mistakes and things like that this year doesn't necessarily mean he didn't learn anything. So I'm saying it might be hard to close the book on him not being any good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just like Fred Warner on the outside. I just feel like we just need that bigger, stockier linebacker.
Fred goes about
Patrick Willis type.
Yeah,
Fred, that real stocky Patrick Willis.
Fred's about 245 or 250, though. Well, I will see. The 49ers going to figure it out.
But he's a real lean. He's a real lean 245.
Because he's tall.
Yeah, he's a little long. He's real lean. So he's not bringing that. That's why Foster and Quan Alexander, they're almost the same players. They will bounce off of players because they're not that big.
Yeah, but you need your Fred Warners in coverage though, because that is very important in today's game. So Fred's got a lot of usage coming.
Right.
No, we got to stop though because we ran out of time. Let's continue this tomorrow, okay?
That's all good, man.
All right, fam. Have a good night, Nard. No, I'm gonna put one Nard on you, okay? But I do like to Nard. Night, fam. Hey, here is one half. Whoa. They're no longer one half. They got many pieces now. The head man in charge. Well, Trey, I know Trey said, what? He is the top dog of TNT. I'm going to get something started. Hailing from Atlanta, GA. Weighing in at a rock solid 249 pounds. Trez. Trey.
Hold up. Wait a minute, Ronbo.
Yeah, I got to let you
Sprinkle that red and gold all up in it.
Ooh, yeah. Sprinkle, spray. Oh, my day. Trez, come on in, man.
Ronbo, is that what we talking about, Ronbo?
I was hoping you'd chime in on you want to say something about AD, don't you?
Yeah, you already know it, Ronbo. You already knew it. So you telling me, let me get this straight. So you telling me that a two-time player of the 49ers quit on his team and y'all even talking about bringing him back? It's even a discussion?
Well,
serious?
We're taking a poll.
Are we that bad, Ronbo? I thought we was trending up.
No,
I thought we was trending up.
But Trez, I want to ask you this though: what in the hell made AD decide all of a sudden he wants to play football? And that's just the only thing. Whether he gets to be on the team or not is probably not going to happen. But what made him all of a sudden decide to get up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm ready to go back and play football?
Ronbo, it's kind of like The Rock would say. It doesn't matter what he was thinking. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It doesn't matter, Ronbo.
Oh man!
Hey, look, man. Bygones be bygones, man. See, this is what makes TNT family so great.
Yes.
We agree to disagree on things. My partner Trey, my partner Dre. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't mind having AD back, but me, no sir, Ronbo. We can't go that route, Ronbo. You know what I'm saying? We all about moving in a upward direction. We don't need players who have quit on our team not once but twice, and y'all looking for the third one? Come on, man.
Trez, you know what's funny though? He didn't do it to this regime yet. Now I have figured it's gonna take him a while to reinstate because Goodell's gonna probably say to him, Anthony, you know, we've been through this a couple of times. I'm not sure if I want to go through it again. If you're going to be serious, just listen. If I do say okay to this, and you check out a few minutes later, I'm going to fine you. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to let you know what the cost of that is because we're tired of wasting time with you. Now, either you're going to do this or not. I would make it so clear to Anthony Davis, don't play with me. You know, now you can go to the 49ers and see what they say. There's no guarantees, but let's get serious here. You know, because it gets silly after a while. Will we come back a fourth time next year, the year after? Come on, Anthony.
Ronbo, I'm gonna tell you like this, all serious. If he gets reinstated, we own the right. We own the right.
Yeah.
Trade him immediately. See what capital we can gain from AD. And that's real talk.
I am curious though.
He should be done.
I just want to know what kind of shape he's been keeping himself in. Is he training? Can he get out of? Because you know when you get one of them grown man licks, like what gave him all them concussions, can he take it? Because otherwise he go check out again.
Ronbo, I can't. I really don't even want to discuss this.
Trez wants nothing to do with AD. Period. Don't want to know if he's playing.
The player's dead, man. You know what I'm saying? The regime is gone and he's dead. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I look at it, man. We all about, training in a different direction because we still getting bad press out here, Ronbo. We're still getting bad press.
Until the game starts.
Did you hear him say that we still a question mark above our heads because we did not address our secondary? Did you
Trez,
see that
who said that?
on NFL? Did you see it on NFL Talk? It was
No.
what his name? What his name? The black guy on NFL Talk in the morning.
They got
played
several.
for Detroit Lions. Nate Burleson.
Of course, Nate Burleson.
Yeah.
Nate will never stop messing with the 49ers. I don't like him. What is that, Trey? He's got new music. And now, entering the ring, the other percentage, we're not sure where to put him, but he is co-owner of TNT. He is Trey from VA. Trey!
Finally. And I do mean finally. Partner, did you say secondary?
Yeah.
I said secondary, partner. You heard.
2017.
Yeah.
2018.
Oh,
here we are
19.
in 2019. Still talking secondary, partner?
It goes back.
Is that what you said, partner?
216, 215, same issue. Remember the brothers, both of them out there trying to stop us, stop the ball.
Ronbo is John Lynch a Hall of Fame safety that can't evaluate and draft?
I guess
a serviceable safety.
According to some,
is that what we have?
Some folks. Yes.
Oh, I believe the reports are true. You know I do. Oh, if nobody believes it, you know I believe it.
I know.
He is incompetent at his job, and Kyle is telling the truth. All Kyle wants to do is coach, but no, he has to go draft players too, because John Lynch doesn't want to fix needs. You know.
Now remember, John Lynch is a part of the committee. I just want to make that clear.
Partner. Hey, partner. Can I ask you a question real quick, partner? You still there?
I'm still here.
Partner, people say that we're not experts, right? We're not. We're just fans. You know, they talk down on us. We don't know what we're doing. We're really stupid. And I'm not a mathematician. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I promise you I'm not a mathematician. Okay? But if 10 out of the 32 games you've only won 10 out of 32. You've lost 22. Are we not right? Are we not right to question?
Math is right.
The direction.
He said he's not a mathematician, but that's right.
Are we not right? Okay, but let's go beyond that though. Let's go a little deeper than that though, because now we got a pass rush, right, Ronbo?
Yes.
Partner, we got a pass rush right now.
Yeah.
Right. Man, I've heard people on this program say that we got to get rid of players that ain't doing nothing. But in the very next breath, they praise Jimmy Ward.
G-Dub Bunch, yes!
So if you don't mind, Ronbo, can I please get one
installment? Absolutely. And even though it's not Monday night, it doesn't matter for you, Trey. Let's get that in right now. And now, may I have your attention, please? It is time for another moment of Let Me Holler at You.
You haven't made a play since 2016, and you got the nerve to have a fan club. I want to holler at every single person that is a part of the J-Dub fan club.
I'm embarrassed.
What are you cheering about? What are you cheering for? What plays are being made? I need to know. Somebody quick, call out a play somebody's made. Please tell me when. At corner?
He got an INT.
No. At free safety? No.
Got an INT.
When, Robbie? He won in his entire career.
2 years ago.
In his entire career. Jimmy Ward is like a cockroach. And I hate to say it that way, but the guy keeps coming back, and he keeps coming back, and he keeps coming back, and I stomp on you, and we try to get rid of you. The guy, I love you, Jimmy. You are not an NFL caliber defensive back, and I'm saying it. And you know what? You know what? If I tell a lie, stop me, because the film says every time I see a Josh Rosen highlight in that Arizona game, it's Jimmy Ward nowhere near Larry Fitzgerald. Nowhere near Larry Fitzgerald.
Wait a minute.
Every time I see an Eli Manning highlight, it's Jimmy Ward in the end zone staring at Odell Beckham.
No, it wasn't Jimmy. That was a Kello.
Oh, that was a Kello. That's while we're on guys that haven't made a play. Let's roll on over to a Kello. No, we're not gonna do that, Robbie. We're not gonna.
We already did it.
We're not gonna do it. Partner, are you there, partner? Because I know I'm partner here. Partner, we are just fans, partner. We don't know what we're talking about. I'll say this: the guys that run this show, they don't love this team more than I love this team. They might know more than me. But your record?
I do. I got a measure on this, Jerry. I'm telling you right now, my needle moves over further than yours for the love of this team.
Rombo, I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying that the people that work there, they work there for a check. When they get fired, they will leave. Their allegiance will not be to San Francisco. We will still be here. We have still been here before there was a John, before there was a Kyle Shanahan. We were here. Don't tell me that I'm not a real fan because I'm upset about seeing mediocrity. I grew up in a era where 10 and 22 is just not what it is. And I'm sorry. If you want to chant something, you better chant that. And so I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a real fan. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I'm sorry. This isn't the type of football that I want to associate myself with, and I have higher standards.
Trey, your point is solid. I ain't got nothing to I can't respond, man. You know, you told nothing but the gospel truth. And the record speaks for itself. The numbers
I just
don't
need to
lie.
know the plays are at. You know, if Jimmy Ward made a play last year, please let me know.
Well, you know,
if he made a play the year before,
may I just say one thing on his behalf? Had Jimmy stayed in that game against the Packers, we would have won that game. He got hurt.
I know. And then he got hurt the year before that.
Well, yeah.
And the year before that.
And that's true. And he got serious the year before
We
that.
have a tendency, speaking of getting hurt, Ronbo, this is a funny thing that we do, and we're going to get out of here. We have a tendency of signing hurt players, of drafting hurt players, trying to develop hurt players, waiting on hurt players, hoping that hurt players have a magical season and turn it around out of nowhere. You've been in the league 5 years, Jimmy Ward. I have no proof. I have no proof, no evidence that you're going to turn into a serviceable safety.
Yeah.
John Lynch, you have bamboozled everybody except for the people that see it, and people are calling you out. That is a false rumor. But people are sick of John Lynch, and they're going to plant stuff to get him out of here.
So, Ronbo, look at here. In other words, TNT family has spoken.
Yes.
We waiting on the big show to come.
Well, no, there he is. He just dropped a message. He says, at the TNT law firm, we speak the truth, the whole truth, and don't care whose feelings we hurt. Boy, Big Show fits right in.
I love the staff. Ronbo, love everybody that let us do what we do. We don't got to agree because we all want family. That's what matters right there. We got to agree. We want family.
Good. Wait.
But all right, Ronbo, look here. We're going to get on up out of here.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man, because, like,
all right, Ronbo.
We love the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Trey, honestly, you said nothing that wasn't accurate. You know, they've got to have some results this year. And the J-Dub bunch is waiting for Jimmy to bust out this year. If he don't, we're going to be joining the TNT firm and get behind his exit.
Rombo. Yeah. This is the thing. I presented my case. We have presented our case. There is no evidence that Jimmy Ward is a playmaker. Now, I would challenge anybody to show me the other side of the corner. We will convict you of stealing $8 million last year and doing it again this year.
Yeah, well, no, he gets that's $13 million in 2 years. So,
life's good.
Your case is rock solid.
Just watching the games with us.
It's
you be watching the games at the bar.
Yeah.
Rehabbing.
Got his popcorn.
That's what he doing, you know? All right, man, we out of here, right? Shout out to you, partner.
Hey, fam.
Shout out to the fam. Ronbo, we love you, man.
Dre. Shout out to everybody.
For you. None of this would be possible.
Shout out to the chat. Nobody shouts out the chat. We got the livest chat ever. The chat
it's
on
always
Ronbo.
fun.
Everybody hit that like. Yes, sir, man. The views going up, Ronbo, because people love you, brother. They love you.
But I tell you, man, y'all are full on entertainment, man. I'm telling you, man. I can't wait to get back. In fact, we'll just do this tomorrow, and maybe there'll be some news from the J-Dub camp. Jay! All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right, Ronbo. That was great.
Trey Boston just called me. He said he still want to play. That's what I'm saying. He said he want to play.
Okay, you know what? That is the biggest mystery of all time. Why won't people let Trey Boston play football? I really don't understand that one. And I know he played for $1 million last year. Why does he get so abused? He can play. All right. We're gonna wait till tomorrow. All right, guys. I'm gonna move on and check the other phone here. Man. Oh, hey, Cynthia, I see you. Yeah, I was trying to tell Nard. Balky drafted Garnett, and the 49ers are not going to hesitate to let him go just for that reason as well, because that's a Balky pick, and they should know if you're going to be a Balky pick, you better be standing out because they don't want you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So where we at now? We just did the big show. Yeah, he's the spokesperson for the TNT law firm that speaks the truth, the whole truth, and they don't care whose feelings they hurt. David!
Ronbo.
Dave.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, David. Hey, Dave, you got some sound going behind you that's running into your microphone. Can you either mute that or maybe move?
let me step outside real quick. They're watching these boxing
Warriors?
fights in the background.
All right.
No, it's not the Warrior game. It's a boxing match.
Oh, that's even more fun if you can find a good one.
Oh yeah, it's some fights. I think the Canelo fight's gonna be on right now.
Oh,
but
there you go.
Yeah. I was listening to your callers there. I heard the TNT connection that they're putting cases out. Everybody's so stressed out. Why are they stressed out so much, Ronbo?
They are not happy about not addressing the fact that we need a safety. A lot of people feel that way. But
we got like 10 safeties.
I know. See, that's what the management's thinking. I got 99 problems, but a safety ain't one of them. So they're trying to figure out, can they get at least one of them to work? You know how you look in your closet and you got like 20 pairs of pants, and like you don't like one or two of them are okay. You don't want to wear this one. You haven't thrown it away. It's still hanging in the closet. And you finally got that one pair you keep wearing all the time, so
Yeah.
I think that's it. That's what the 49ers are going through.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but you know what, Jimmy Ward, I think he's gonna play very well in the offseason as far as when they do tryouts. But he'll get beat. I mean, he'll compete, but it was just injury prone. But I think this year he'll probably prove his worth. I think he'll play very well, and then and then as far as Lynch, I don't think he's doing a bad job, man. He's just doing what he can do.
Yeah.
And I mean, what did you think about the draft? Do you think it was a good draft? We had a good draft.
I enjoyed the draft. From round 4 to round 5, and I didn't see any bad picks. Nothing that the punter seemed to rub a lot of people the wrong way, but I loved the pick. I didn't know what the punter was capable of. I think people didn't know who he was.
Is a dynamic player. He's
yes,
a dynamic player, man. I seen him. I said, "Whoa, that guy's pretty damn good." So I don't know. I think it was a pretty good pick, but the only question mark that I have, is Malcolm Smith. I think that guy got to go, man. They got to just let him go during the preseason, And I'm gonna. I have another follower for you. This is Mike Patterson. He's my cousin-in-law. He's right here. He's gonna say what's up.
Ronbo, what's up?
Hey, Mike, man. Niners, baby.
What's going on, man?
I'm getting ready to get this quest for 6, man. You know what I'm saying?
Getting ready for the that tank top, man. It must be hot in that booth.
Got some things to look forward to, we do. Oh, man.
Hey, man, I just started following you, man.
Thanks, fam. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. You looking good, man. That's good.
Thanks, fam. We gonna be riding into this season, man, looking good all season long. You know what I'm saying? We got Jimmy G back on the field.
Yes, sir.
I got all kind of running backs.
That's
I
right.
got too many running backs. I got wide receivers. Ain't nobody gonna know what to do. I got a defensive line that's gonna be eating raw meat before the game. I'm telling you, man, I'm ready for these. This season's gonna be lit.
I need the dog sound though. Make the dog sound, Ronbo, right now. Do it right now.
Wait.
How's it gonna be acting? Like a rabid dog?
Don't give me. Nobody ever asked me to do that.
Come on, Ronbo.
You gotta do it for me, man. For the next follower. Come on.
Down, boy. I've done that a long time.
Hey, I know. I heard. I said, no. That's one of those things that makes Ronbo. But overall, Anthony Davis, If he comes back, he'll be a little bit rusty. But let's just say he comes back, he does play. Then you can kick Joe Stadion into the inside at guard. Put Davis on the outside, and then McGlinchey on the right, and then have the big boy that we just got on the right guard. It's going to be a big beast offensive line, man. It's going to be really good. So,
yeah, it's going to take AD. He started, if he's going to come back in for this tryout, he started at the right time, too. Because Goodell takes his time on these kind of things. So it'll probably take him.
Right.
Shoot, it's May. Shoot, we may not hear about this until mid-June or July.
Yeah. What did Big Show think about that?
You know what, Big Show, he didn't have any comment yet.
He shouldn't.
Yeah, he didn't have any comment
about it. Because I didn't hear that.
Hey, Big Show, man. Everybody wants to know, what are your feelings on AD?
I didn't hear him crying the way he said he was crying. Remember when
But David,
do you remember when Big Show was like,
he did say something. He said AD wouldn't last. I forgot about that. AD wouldn't last a minute under Kyle's scheme.
Oh, come on.
Wait. He says he's not athletic enough. Yeah.
Hey, he's athletic enough to wear a NFC Championship ring, right?
Yeah, but yeah, it's true, huh? You know what, though? David, you know what I'm concerned with, though? After 3 years laying back, and I got a feeling AD likes to eat, right? I mean, that dude probably be doing 2 or 3 pieces. The pizza man comes in with like a truckload of pizzas, drops them off at AD's house. I'm just not sure is he going to come, because, he had got up to 400 pounds almost one time. I just wonder what kind of shape he's in.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know. Hopefully he got himself one of them trainers and he did his work on the, before he even thought about coming back. Okay, I'm going to give that to Big Show. That's true. If he's in that shape, he's nowhere near football shape, he won't even pass a physical. He won't even, there's no way he'll let him play.
Right.
I mean, that'd be it. So, yeah.
But, if he asked to come back in, Dave, maybe he feels like he can do it. Because, remember he was training before they showed his training film? He was like boxing, training with trainers that, he wasn't just playing. He wasn't out there doing exercises. AD was out there hitting a heavy bag, getting in the ring, sparring. Anthony Davis, yeah. And I said, look at this. He came back in, he was kind of svelte.
I mean, you never know. We don't know what they're doing too on the outside. We just assume, we hear, he's been gone for 3 years, he's not gonna make it. We don't know. I mean, he could have said about a year or 2 years, you know what, I'm having some problems, or I want to really go back, or I really regret leaving. I'm gonna start getting in shape now. I'm gonna try to come back in. I got a time frame.
Yeah.
You never know, right?
So,
you never know. But
because he's got to know better. You can't come in the league after 3 years weighing 400 pounds because they'll take one look at you and say, AD, thanks, man. But you know what? This ain't gonna work. They just go ahead and tell him right off the bat.
That's right.
So.
That's right. And then as far as Verrett, the other caller, I think Verrett would just be just fine, man. I think he's gonna be okay. Even if he doesn't show up for him for the first or 2 games, it'll be fine. I think everybody's overreacting on Kalo and K'Wan Williams. I think they're overreacting. Those guys are good corners, man. They're gonna be good for us.
Especially K'Wan.
We had no pass rush. No pass rush. How could you have good corners if you have no pass rush?
You cannot. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. You cannot set up your pass rush and have a pass rush like that.
Right.
All you do is set the plate for the wide receiver. Every NFL wide receiver is going to get rid of the coverage if you give them up to 10 seconds. You can't do that.
That's right.
No,
you can't. You can't. But that's the truth, though, man. But, hey, I don't want to take too much of your time, Ronbo. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Dave, man. Again, hey, what's your cousin's name again?
Mike Patterson. You'll see him on there. He's going to be on there.
All right.
He's right here.
All right.
What up?
Hey, Mike. You guys have a great night. Enjoy that fight.
All right. Hey, one more time so we all remember. 13-3 because Jimmy G got double D's.
We haven't done that one yet because we've done everything but that.
That's true.
He stopped seeing her. They stopped being. They stopped. So we have to get her back. No, we got to keep her away. We
No, Ronbo. He might be suffering from Reuben Foster syndrome. He might go back for those double D's. So just be careful.
Oh man, we got to find him. We got to find him a girlfriend, Dave. We got to do it, man. Dave. Hey man, you and Mike have a great night.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, fam.
You too. Take care.
Good night, guys. Oh man. That's kind of worrisome, you know. But you know, he gets a lot of attention from the ladies, and so you know, you got to. Hopefully, somebody will help him pick and choose. I really wish he'd go out with his mom.
That was beautiful.
Hey,
that was
Justin.
Beautiful. The 3,000. I love you 3,000. That got me emotional, man. I was like, hello.
Yeah, Justin, we was checking you out, man. What's going on, man?
No. People are gonna get mad at me.
You left your mic open. We heard about you getting emotional. What was you getting emotional about?
Endgame. I might have
the
spoiled
Endgame.
Oh no.
Oh man, that movie's got everybody worked.
I'm sorry in the chat. I did not mean to.
Hey, you didn't give away any part of the movie, did you? Because there's a lot of people giving away.
I mean, I did. I kind of did. I think. Oh, no, I gotta watch it back and make sure I did. Oh no.
You know, hey, there was somebody in the NFL that did that the other day. Everybody hates him. Who is that? Oh, you know who it was? What's the running back for the Buffalo Bills? Shady.
Shady.
Yeah. Shady went online and told everybody the ending. People hate him so bad right now.
No, it went so bad that analysts went on Twitter and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do this to him, and he posted him he was the second worst running back last year, and everybody was playing laughing emotion of it.
You gotta, those are sensitive subjects, man. Everybody's in a Marvel situation, man. You can't be just going in there and just dropping.
I didn't know I was up next. I apologize to everyone.
Okay, see, you guys, I'm telling you, man. Go in there, delete that. Don't take it off. All right. Anyway, what do you got in mind here tonight, though, fam? Because we're talking about AD's return.
God.
We're talking about Robbie selling houses but not moving back to Cali by any stretch of and that ain't gonna happen. You got John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. Lynch is getting mad now. He's responding to the fact that they keep saying, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are having a rift. Shut up. And we got things going on in practice now with the rookies. But you go jump on in and wherever you want to, Justin. Go ahead, man.
I'm trying to. Okay, can I? I understand everybody's upset at Robbie, but it doesn't help if there's even a slight chance that he's going to come back. You got that 49 Empire might have ruined it because have you gone to his Instagram page? There's nothing but hate comments from us. That's nothing but hate comments.
God, good point.
Leave that guy alone.
Good point.
They have ruined it.
It's hard, Justin. It's hard to like him right now. Okay, you know what though? I agree with you. We should not go that route. Stop hating on him, and maybe be a little nice. You don't have to play kiss butt with him, but just say things like, Robbie, man, we've been through a lot together, man. The next year, you've seen the team get restocked. We look a little more like a contender now. We look a little more solid. You add your element to the game, and Robbie, we got as good a chance as anybody. You got to talk to him. Be nice. We ain't got to.
There you go.
Don't nasty
don't
about
that guy. Don't talk back to him. Just don't leave messages, hate messages. That's just gonna sound like, you know what? I don't want to go back.
Yeah. Good point. I hadn't thought about that.
God, man. When I saw that, I was like, oh, my God.
People are angry, Justin. People are angry.
I understand that, but still, you don't have to. If anybody you guys got to be angry at Kyle Williams, okay? Be angry at Kyle Williams, okay? Oh, God, man. Be angry at Kyle Williams, okay? Don't do that to Robbie Gould, okay?
Cody, what's that kicker they had in Chicago last year? Cody, what?
Barkley. It's so bizarre. Chicago in a big.
Sorry, individual. You do that number one. But they said the ball was partially blocked. They tried to give him a little out. But Chicago didn't care. They fired him anyway, Kickers are hard to find.
I mean, it's so bad Chicago right now. You know what they did? They're trying to 8 kickers, and they made all of them try 43-yard kicker.
How many
only
were good?
2 of them made 8 at it.
How many guys?
2 of them made it. 2.
That's how bad it is. I don't want to see us in that situation. So the first thing that comes out is you look at Robbie and what we've been with him. We picked him up off the street. I mean, not basically picked him off the street, but the thing is, Chicago keeps him to the curb. The Giants said, get the hell up out of here. And we said, Robbie, come on in here, man. And 2 years later, I got to go, y'all, man. I miss Chicago. What? And so it's hard to
Yeah,
handle. So some people are angry.
I don't understand. And then Anthony Davis. What the hell? No, hell no. Don't accept that fullback.
Now, wait a minute. Let me ask you this, though. Are you angry about what he's done? Or what are the reasons do you have to be angry about him? I just want to collect all the information on this.
All right, so basically it's like this. Like, if you get beat out by someone, you take it under the chin. You man up. You freaking get yourself better. You work harder. You watch film. You do that. You don't quit and say, "Oh, I'm not going to do it." That's not only quitting on you. That's quitting on the fans, and I think that's why everybody's like, "Hell no."
Well, he had a concern. He had a number of concussions. I think he even sustained one in practice that year. I don't know how he did it in practice.
He fell on the ground.
Is that all? Because I questioned Anthony's technique.
Yeah, I think he fell on the ground. I think
he just fell on the ground.
I think so because I think he tripped or something.
Yeah,
I think that was the rumor. That was the rumor.
Yeah, maybe he did not hurt his head. He just decided he wouldn't want to play anymore, and that could be the case too. Because I was trying to figure, how do you get a concussion in practice? We're talking about practice.
Yeah, they don't even go that hard.
That's what I thought. I was trying to understand, how did you sustain a concussion in practice?
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Yeah, that's why everybody does not want him back, and I just don't want a quitter on my team. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's why I was a little against going for Williams in the NFL draft, because he quit on his team like after the fourth quarter against Clemson. Like you cannot just do that. I understand he's young, but you can't. Like you just can't. You gotta. Yeah. And the 49ers are gonna have reliable players. We can't have.
Yeah, a lot of people said that
when we really need them.
Yeah, I watched a clip. I didn't watch the whole game from beginning to end because I don't know. I just can't watch college football for long stretches. But I seen Williams. It seems like Williams was a no factor for most of that game. Now, he made a few good plays.
I don't want to say I really don't, because Michael over there's going to be like, yeah, I told you. William Farrell made a bigger impact in that game than Williams, to be honest.
Well, no. Don't get Michael started, really, seriously. Because he thinks Cleveland Farrell is the greatest guy coming off the edge since, shoot,
he's
man.
not good. Oh, my God. Montez Sweat would have been better as number 2.
I know, right? I don't know what the Raiders were thinking. How about even Josh Allen should have never been picked so late in this draft. But I'd have picked him before I picked Cleveland Farrell. Anyway.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I really don't, because I don't know, and I feel like the 49ers hit all the one thing. I feel like this is what they're gonna do. I feel like they're gonna try out Colbert for this year, because I feel like, okay, he had the same thing with Prescott. When he had a good year, then he had a bad year. I feel like they're gonna be like, okay, Colbert, we'll give you another chance. But
no, he didn't.
I think Colbert's got to prove it.
You need to take off that number 27. He'll be back. All he needed to do was put the Golson, juice in him. He'll be back. I got a feeling he's going to really be back, because people are counting him out, right? Everybody thinks Jimmy Ward's going to start this year. We get ready to go. J-Dub, Budge. But, he could get beat out.
Speaking of Jimmy Ward, man, speaking of Jimmy Ward, you got me in trouble, Urbano. I know. You got me in trouble.
What?
You got me in trouble.
Why?
You got me in trouble. This guy liked my freaking. I have a Kelly Witherspoon jersey on my Instagram. He liked that jersey. Saw me. Oh my God! He liked my post, and I think he remembers me posting about the bet. So he's already. Oh my God! I think he's trying to tell me something. Oh my God!
Listen, you know what? All these guys that have struggled, and we don't give them any chances. Jimmy's another story. But you look at Kelly Witherspoon. And I swear to God, I saw him improve last year. But not many people see it other than his mom, maybe his girlfriend or wife or whatever, his dad, me, and about 5 other people. But nobody else see the Kello looking better toward the end of the year. I thought I saw him looking better at the end of the year. So, I ain't going to say that about a Kello.
He did really well. He did really well. It's all about pass rush. It's all about pass rush. If you have a good pass rush, the cornerbacks are going to do well. Because
they're going to look better than they actually are.
You rely too much. You rely too much on the cornerbacks, and the cornerbacks are like, "Hey, we need help over here."
No, they
cannot. Sometimes the cornerback's like, "Okay, wait."
Can't do it by yourself.
The quarterback
gotta have shit. That quarterback's got to be pressured. Hey, Justin, we got to go, man. I'm going to tell you what, I'll look for you tomorrow. All right?
I apologize for end game. I hope I didn't say anything. I'm going to go listen back right now. I got to go listen back right now.
You ain't right, man. I'm telling you, man. You need to go to church tomorrow and pray, man, because you're messing up. Telling people about, oh, my God, that's bad.
Hey. That's not my fault. My coworker was talking about end game. You know what? And I had to chime in. It was a 10 out of 10, okay?
Oh, God, that's okay. We'll forgive you, but I don't know about everybody else. Justin, have a good night, man.
I'm gonna go listen back right now.
All right.
Oh my God, I'm seeing these comments. Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh no.
I'm leaving, Justin. Good night.
All right, see you.
Oh, God. Hey, Tony.
What's up, Ronbo?
Tony, as you know, man, we got, there's so many things going on right now at once. Starting with the Davis man coming back, and Robbie Gould out teasing people by shifting real estate around. Then you have, of course, the thing with Matt Miller started from Bleacher Report for reasons unknown. I really wish we could find out at some point what prompted Matt to write that stupid article, because I can't imagine Lynch and Shanahan going to bat on this. Kyle was really pissed off. He didn't even hold back any words. And Lynch comes in and says the same thing. I got to believe those guys are telling me the truth. And then, of course, you had the guys in practice today. We got Debo looking good out there. You got this guy named Poindexter. Hey, Tony, if anybody, did you check out Sean Poindexter from Arizona? Go ahead. Any place you want to jump in there, go ahead.
I didn't even know of that guy until just a couple days ago, but I think there's always room for competition, and we have to keep it like that.
Yeah.
Healthy competition is always great, even if you have an undisputed starter. If you can have someone that can at least challenge them to work harder, that's all you can really ask for, because competition is the only thing that makes anything better. So,
that's right.
With that being said, I think bringing in Anthony Davis again would not be a bad idea, because if he quits out after the offseason, we don't lose anything, right? If he gets cut, if he quits, we don't lose a roster spot. And if he ends up being great and he doesn't quit, then we just got a free player. Wasn't he like a first-team All-Pro back in the day?
Well, I think, as a matter of fact, he was a Pro Bowl alternate. I'm not sure. He was up there, though, amongst the league's best.
Yeah, he was very good. But there's two things I have issues with right now. For one, he's huge and he's slow, and that doesn't really work for Kyle's system.
No.
He likes quicker guys who can pull blocks for him, because it's a zone run scheme. He needs those guys to get out in space, and I'm not sure if Anthony Davis can do that right now. And then two, we'd have to kick him into guard, because unless we want to pay him a big salary at a backup offensive tackle, we should move him to the inside, because we're kind of lacking right now. I'm not trusting Garnett at all. I know he's probably going to be better. Oh, really?
It might be. The 49ers are at odds with him over a couple of issues that aren't pleasant. So, they weren't happy with how his rehab last year went. Remember that press conference when Kyle said, I'd be surprised if Joshua Garnett wasn't suiting up and ready to go this weekend, and Josh wasn't? I think that's when things started going south. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, another genius Trent Baalke pick. I can't really... I mean, 3 or 4 quality guys that he drafted, and now we have probably 2 of them left on the roster. It's crazy. I don't know how you can be in that position for that long. And I think if John Lynch doesn't show up this year, Jerry York is not going to make the same mistake again and let him go on for another 2 or 3 years and ruin the team. Now, I don't think Lynch is doing that. I think his picks are a lot more suited for Kyle's system. And it wasn't really like when Baalke was in office, he was picking the best guys based on talent. Most of the guys were injured and wouldn't even play again. But that's beside the point. He was picking talent. He wasn't picking scheme fit. And that's one thing that I have to give Lynch credit for, is he's taking guys based on what we're running, not based on what everyone else is running. But you look at Deebo Samuel, very versatile, great slot receiver. And you go to Jalen Hurts. He can be used in like a million different ways for Kyle. That's a great scheme fit. Nick Bosa, 3 defensive end. Can't go. So, I mean, I like what he's doing, but at the same time, with the guys we have in place now, there's still room for improvement, and that's why I think healthy competition is a good thing. That's all I really have to say. I don't want to see Justin School running around on our starting offensive line next year. So,
Justin actually has a good time for some reason with Bosa. I keep telling people, every Superman has a kryptonite. You figure Justin, just because he has his way with Bosa, doesn't mean that's going to be a norm around the league. So it's just that way. Hey, Tony,
I think he has the ability to.
Go ahead.
Yeah. What?
No, wait. I'm just wondering.
The ability to be. Oh.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll listen.
You
go ahead.
All right. I think he has the ability to be somewhat of a Trent Brown because they're both incredibly athletic. He's not quite as big as Trent, but I think he has a really, really good future in the pass game. But he's just really raw right now. I think that's a lot of things we see with these late round guys. Most of them are very talented, but they're raw. So hopefully we can get them into shape and ready for the team.
In a couple of seasons, and Joe's not leaving. I see Joe Staley going two more seasons. He played at a high level last year. If he comes out this season having a high level of play behind him, he's not gonna quit. Tony, my question is,
not moving.
If you had to move, now John Lynch is getting. I have a problem with John Lynch being picked on because he's actually a part of a committee. Because if you're gonna fire him, you got to get rid of Adam Peters, and of course Martin Mayhew. He's not sitting there making these decisions on his own. But if you had to replace John Lynch and just hold him fully responsible for what's happening, who would you replace him with? Would you just move Adam Peters up? Because I don't think that John is overstepping people and overruling people's judgments. But who would you hire if you had to do that, though?
I mean, it really depends because the best executives in the league switch around every single year. Sometimes they're great, and then they go to new teams, and they're just absolutely terrible. So it's a really hard process, and I don't think you can look at it a year out. You have to be in that year to be able to find the best guys because things happen in this league, and you don't want to be looking at a guy in a year, and then once you get there, you already have your mind set on hiring him, but maybe something bad happens. So, I think our best bet is a league executive, and then if not, we should probably go back to the booth and try and find a guy there because after what John Lynch showed us, I think it's kind of possible that a lot of these guys can become managers. Because to be in the booth, you have to be incredibly smart and organized.
And know what you're talking about.
And
know
exactly.
What you're doing.
Jason Witten didn't have any of that. And that's why he's back in a Cowboys uniform.
Poor Jason
Witten. Then you look at his former teammate, Tony Romo. He does all of that perfectly. And that's why he's so good. I wouldn't be surprised if in 15 years he's working as some type of executive in the league and possibly a manager. So
good man if he wanted to. Here's the thing, though, Tony.
But I don't think.
Look at one measuring stick would be, right now if I had to vote for the worst GM in the NFL, Steve Keim. And here's the thing, I don't. That is what he's done to that team. The money, I can't believe the money he's wasted in the last 2 years alone is mind staggering. That's just unbelievable how badly he's done. And how he treated that situation with Josh Rosen and how they came to the league. If you're going to send up smoke signals, what the hell were they doing? Was there any doubt in anybody's mind besides Big Show and a few more people that they weren't going to pick up Kyler Murray in the first round?
I know. No, you look at since 2013, these are their first round picks. I memorized this because it's so bad. 2013, Jonathan Cooper. He's absolutely terrible. Couldn't make the team on our starting guard list. And that's pretty sad, right? Then you go to 2014, Deion Buchanan. He's pretty good, but he's not great. DJ Fluker, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 2015, DJ Fluker, he's a bust.
Yeah.
2016,
Robert Nkemdiche.
Hassan Reddick.
Okay.
Right? No, Hassan was 2017.
Right.
But Josh Rosen 2018, now he's off the team after a year after you trade up 5 spots for him. Yes. The Cardinals are in a terrible spot. I think they have a great owner. I think Michael Bibble knows what he's doing, except for the fact that he hasn't fired Steve Keim. He is the reason why they are consistently losing. And I don't see them winning this year because there's no defense. They have
they did not address an offensive line. Yeah,
it's crazy. They have the offensive line, exactly. They have good personnel on defense. I think they're going to be great defensively if they have a good coach. And the reason why it was so good last year is because their head coach was a very good defensive coordinator, right? So
yeah, that defense. You're right. So there you go.
Yeah, I hope they continue the dysfunction. Because
I know, right? If they're going to stay in the FAC West,
now.
continue to look like wow. All right, Tony.
We
Good
haven't
stuff, man.
been in so long. Yeah.
Oh, we'll look for you tomorrow, huh?
Yep.
All right, Tony. Have a great night.
See ya.
Yeah.
You too.
Thanks. Yeah, fam. Next time people start talking about John Lynch, imagine, if you will, Steve Keim. Now that's a standout, really bad GM. Was it Quentin Hunter? He said we ranked 10th against the run. Yeah, I knew we were, in the upper third of the league, and again, we can improve in that category. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, because we got guys that we're going to put in the middle now that are more capable. When you put Solomon T and DeForest Buckner, and actually one of our better run stoppers, Eric Armstead, it's going to be interesting to see how the overall game is affected by the added personnel we've added. Tyrone Moore says, if Garnett stays healthy, we will take that starting right guard spot from Mike Person. Mark my words. Well, I tell you, I've said the same thing about Garnett. I don't know who he's pissed off. They're not picking up his fifth-year option. So, as I said, maybe they don't feel like what it appears to be. And maybe they're going to go ahead and see, listen, Josh, what do we have to do to get you to understand we need you to take the spot? Right, we signed Mike Person. That's not starters money. We'd love to give you starters money, okay? But start, all right? Show us you can start. Anthony Benitez, Andre Levitar is still available, and he's a decent guard no matter what. He's better than Garnett. Trade Garnett and get some picks for next year. Right? Like before the draft, I always say, though, when we make these deals about we're trying to get people and trade, move bodies to gain things, it's why I said before the draft, everybody said, we could trade down and add a trade down with who? So I knew we were not going to get anything done with the Raiders. They're not going to deal with us. Fam, they're never going to deal with the 49ers. The Giants, same thing. They're not going to deal with us. It's not. So I was trying to find another partner. And everybody thought we were going to take all the first-round picks and everything. That's science fiction. It's never going to happen. So when you say you're going to get rid of Garnett, who would he go to? Who would be silly enough to give us something for Garnett? He hasn't proven anything in his entire time. He's been on the IR. He took off a year. He came back. He played a few minutes, sat down. Last year was just as bad as ever. When he comes out there, he shows, though, he has the ability to play. But he just can't stay out on the field more than 2 seconds. I was so proud of him last year when he had Aaron Donald frustrated. I said, well, Jesus. If you can frustrate Aaron Donald, I see what you did against Ndamukong and Suh. If you can do all that, Justin, why don't you get out there and do it? So maybe this year's his year. Jim Thurlkill says, I read that the Rams just needed to keep playing their kind of offense. So guess getting their butts handed to them 13-3 and golf looking like a deer in headlights is okay for them golfers exposed. So they need to keep on playing their brand of football. The Rams, the Rams didn't go for a running back. Oh, did they get a running back? I think they did. That offense, it depends heavily on Gurley. So we'll see. Rodney Carr says, hey, this is Rodney from Memphis. What's up, Rodney? And John Knox says, we don't have a free safety, and that's the biggest part of a secondary. J-Dub, bunch! You know, you can't disrespect a man to that degree, John. Come on now. Let him at least go out there. I want to see him at least one more time. I do believe Jimmy Ward could play if you stop moving him all over the field. Put him in one place and leave him there. And you give him his best shot at free safety. That was what he came out of school looking good at. And every defensive coordinator, well, he's one of our. We want to keep our best 11 defenders on the field, and Jimmy may be one of the best of the 11, maybe 2 years ago, and so we're going to put him at the corner. Why are you going to put him at the corner? That's not his strong suit. But that's how they thought about him then. They just put him anywhere, they plug him in anywhere, and he got killed. You know what he wasn't? Yeah, he got killed at corner. He's okay, but he's not. That's not his position. He's a natural safety. Kim, Buso, Booch, hey, Kim! Kickers should be paid more. Good ones are hard to find. I agree. If they played Robbie 18 and 19 million for the next 3 years, I wouldn't have nothing to say about it. And then Jed York says, well, yeah, you wouldn't have anything to say about it because it's not your money. Jed, we're trying to win games here. That's going to result in you making more money. Okay. There's a lot of empty seats in the last couple of years, and you can't continue to these boosters clubs of other teams. It looks bad. Justin Rosales says, listen, back. I didn't spoil anything crucial. Thank you. No. I think I just heard you say something about something about you got emotional about. We didn't really know. I understand there were people crying at the end of the end game. So, if you got emotional, I guess you're part of what happens when you watch that movie. They did a good job on it. I got to watch. I was told do not see the end game if you didn't see the last two Avengers. And I didn't, so I got to go back and do that. So you guys stop it with the end results, Justin. Keep it down. And Jay Christopher says, I can't imagine the front office turning down Anthony Davis, who's motivated to get money and fresh after years. However, the least front office can do is modify that contract. And, Anthony doesn't play that. If they try to offer him the vet minimum, it's going to be kind of some trouble. He's going to either go back into retirement or say, can you get a trade for me or something like that. If Anthony comes back and he starts making waves, so it's going to be a short conversation, they'll just cut him, and that's what AD would probably want, and he'll go ahead and shop for his own. So we'll see what kind of condition he comes back in. Travis Millot says, question, I hope it's just practice, but I heard and Samuel were dropping passes today. When they practice, watch it on highlights. From what I understand, Samuel was having trouble negotiating the win on the punts. And let's be serious here. Spate is an undrafted free agent for a reason. I understand that Samuel made some miraculous catches. Poindexter was making pretty much catches all game long, or all practice long. He turned his head. So we'll see if they continue to draw passes. Now, we have a jugs machine. Not like they can go increasing that. You got to remember, too, that rookies come in, their nerves are shot. They're trying to over-impress. Let them settle down. Let them get into it. I don't think we should really let's not have any knee-jerk reactions from the first couple of practices. Too soon. Give them a chance. Because they weren't bad football players before now, and all of a sudden they're looking like this. It tells you something, right? It should. Daniel SF49ers fan 5249 says, I'm looking forward to seeing Street in action. Contavious. He's not a speedy guy, but crushes the pocket and opens holes for the linebackers and takes on blocks for the DTs. Yeah, I can't wait to see Contavious in action. Chad Garrison, Ronbo. Good to see you on a Saturday night. Not normal for you, I know, right? I missed yesterday. I had to make it up. I miss you, fam. Guys, and I'll be back tomorrow, too. Fam, let's go ahead and separate right now. Hit that like. Can't wait until tomorrow. It'll tell what's going to happen. We'll get some more news. See who else they signed for reasons unknown. Well, not reasons unknown, but they signed a running back today. He looks awfully good. He's got dual skills. It's going to become a prerequisite with the 49ers pretty soon. Running back, you got to be able to. Nighthawk Afterburner. Nighthawk is feeling sick. Is he? Oh, no, Nighthawk. Oh, get better, man. Look for you tomorrow night. And Jack Garrison said, hey. Oh, no, we just did that. Wait, where was I? Hit that like. I'm reading the wrong way. Fam, I'll see you tomorrow on a regular Sunday time. Just have a great old night. Don't overeat the pizza. It'll make you wake up all swole. A lot of salt content retaining in water, that type of thing.